7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Who wants to do it?
You know, I could do this.
There you go.
So, everybody, welcome. This is the inaugural episode of Big Red Esports.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah,
Great.
I love it. So this is just a bunch of people from Nebraska Esports Club at University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and we just wanted to start a show and talk about esports. You know, get the people involved, get the Husker community, knowledge in esports as it's a growing industry. And before we get any further, we'll go through introductions. So I'm Jaden Shelke. I'm Call of Duty game manager, and then we can just kind of rotate through here.
Yeah.
You can't see me right now.
Or you
Give me 1 sec.
you just go that way.
Oh, this way. Okay.
There you go.
All right, cool.
Oh, hey,
The
Jaden.
camera's
Hey, how you
right
doing?
there. Right there.
Oh, right there. Oh, hello. I'm Colin. I'm like
There you
outreach
go.
officer and stuff, and I also manage my favorite game, Hearthstone. So
Nice.
Hello. I'm Z. I'm the Nebraska Esports Club president. I'm also the League of Legends game manager, and I'm just happy to be here. These are like some of my closest friends. So
Nice.
I'm Lexi Carollo, and I'm the social media manager. Yeah.
Nice. And I've been on several shows in this place, and so I'm the director of esports come fall, head coach and lecturer at the University of Nebraska. Played here a long time ago when football was good. I'll say that. And-
Wow.
And now esports is going to be the new kid on the block,
let's hope so.
kicking butt.
we already
beating up
have been.
students.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they have been. Yeah, they've been doing it, and that's what I tell people. I said the program. I said I just don't want to break it. I said these kids been doing their job. I'm all impressed with the voting. In terms of having from presidents to new presidents and officers being elected. I was like, do I really need to be here? But I was like, oh yeah, I need to be here. This is my home school. I got to help them out in some little ways, and obviously get all the stuff we need to actually compete in person. In our dedicated facility, which will be the student union, come fall. And so right now, fingers are crossed because we got a lot of little stuff we got to walk through there to get to that point. So, other than that, that's me. Here we go. So I'll pass it back to you, Jaden.
Cool. I guess what do we want to start with here? Just like a definition of what esports is, or what do we?
We got to start with a base somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say we could start with that one. I like that one.
Sure. Yeah. So, esports, especially in the college world, is just competitive at the base level, competitive video games, right? Like
Mhm.
in any sense, anybody who's feeling very competitive and is even minorly proficient at any game, you could consider a competition esports.
That's what I
you
tell
know?
people. Yep.
Like,
Absolutely.
Speed running, like Mario 64, even that
Mhm,
is esports in a certain
Mhm.
sense.
It
You
is.
can get some pretty crazy times on
I
those.
love watching that.
Mhm.
It's so fun. Like
Yeah.
just on a day off, like 45-minute runs. That's crazy.
I love
Yeah.
watching how broken like older games are, like the
Even
exploits.
new games.
Oh, yeah, you're
Tears of
right.
the Kingdom. I've really 2 days in, someone did like a world record of like an hour already.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
insane.
Stupid impressive with half these old
Yeah.
games, especially when it's like a 3-hour long speed run, and then somebody finds like a shortcut, and then it just reduces it to like 2 minutes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Oh my, like
those are the best.
5 Nights
Honestly,
at Freddy's security breach.
And I say cheat codes was a good thing back in the day. It
Yeah.
wasn't what it is today, especially with Call of Duty
Oh
and
my
other shooters out there
I remember when
and
Yeah.
sports games.
I remember when games used to come with like pamphlets of just like cheat codes in like their actual cases and stuff like that.
What was the name of that magazine?
Oh my gosh.
I think it came from it was a magazine. I know Nintendo had one for all its Nintendo games,
Mhm.
and there was a magazine that actually came out
It's probably just like
monthly
video
that had
game.
cheat codes in it for all the arcade games
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
console games out there. It was crazy. It was, like I said, it was not frowned upon like it is now. It's
Mhm.
completely different.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think the peak version of that was Lego, like the Lego games
Oh
when
my
you had to
God.
unlock the cheats.
Oh
like
my
they
gosh.
made them
Really?
challenges. Yeah, because the
Yeah,
red
that's
bricks.
right.
The
Oh
red
my
bricks
gosh, I
were
completely
cheat codes.
forgot.
Like, you could get,
I
like,
played-
Like Lego Star Wars was like super gonk, where you could like run real fast as like the
Oh
gonk
my
droid,
gosh, I
and like
forgot.
invincibility, God mode, like
Yeah.
all of that was.
I didn't know that with
Yeah.
Lego. I
Yeah.
did a few of this. I did I said episode 4. I did 2 and 4. I say 2, 5, and then Return of the Jedi. Then I did Indiana Jones.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah,
didn't even realize that. I
yeah,
did not know that.
yeah.
I
When
learned
you
something new today.
when you get into like the original trilogy and then the complete saga, I think that's where it kind of started. Is like the red bricks became this challenge that as you collect more, you get more cheat codes, or like specific ones give you specific cheats.
Okay.
So you go for like specific ones. So people try to use the self-destruct. So like you run as a gonk droid, and then you get invincibility as the gonk droid. You get the super gonk, so you run real fast. Like it's the fastest character in the game, I'm pretty sure. And then every time you have to fight something, you just constantly self-destruct because it doesn't restart you because you're technically like immortal. So you just keep blowing stuff up until you kill them. Like
so they're getting all the Lego pieces.
Yeah, like essentially, yeah. Like
okay.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite games of all time. Was just having those like cheats that you have to like kind of find.
You had more time on your hands for that. I didn't.
I was too dumb.
I mean, I was a kid. Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, I had time.
I was stuck on the racetrack, just running circles.
Yep. So Jaden started off with what esports is. So what is esports? So Colin, where are you at in that?
What is esports?
Yeah.
Just competitive gaming in
For
any
you.
format. Just whenever, I don't know, just like getting friends together, playing in a tournament, trying to, advance yourself, playing like, just leagues and stuff. I feel like that's the most fun part of it as well. And especially like going in the high school and stuff, when you really first get that team bond going, that's when you really feel what esports is all about. And especially once you go up in the college level and everything, it's just competitive gaming, but also at the same time having a lot of fun with your friends. That's my favorite part of video games, is just playing with people and doing absolutely ridiculous stuff all the time. So
I like the ridiculous stuff. It gets crazy. So Lexi or Anzi, what's up?
I actually just recently talked with Nick, which you also interviewed. Nick. And Nick and Noah are people who I know pretty well. They were on my league team, or at least the team that I managed. And so like I got to talk to them quite a bit, but they both now work up at XP Leagues as coaches.
Oh, in Omaha.
Yeah, up in Omaha. Well,
Where's that at
Nick
in
is like
Omaha?
a organizer, manager. I
What part
can't
of
remember.
Omaha is
You visited it.
Yeah, it's like
I'm gonna find it. Oh, I got the address. I'm gonna go up there one of these days.
I wanna go up.
It's pretty
there.
cool in there. All the setups they have are really
They're
like
so
they're so nice. It's a pretty small area, but they even have like a viewing area for the parents. It was really cool to kind of see, and they have like a little like broadcasting studio to where like they'll shoutcast like
sounds
and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
It was super cool
Looking like
talking
something
to
we're
them.
working on,
So like I guess hearing about esports from their perspective, it was a lot of like team building. It's like those kids who don't want to go into sports and they love video games, and their parents still want them to have like those interactions. They want them to have those social interactions, understand how to work in a team. That's what there for. So like esports is a like very, I guess it depends on which esport, but usually the community is very like tight knit.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of what
That's
I really
true.
love about it, because I remember watching Worlds for League, and different teams would trade jerseys as like a sign of respect, and they'd come and watch each other's games to root each other on. And like it is, that's what I love about it, is that at the end of the day we're all nerds. We're all here because we love video games.
True statement.
And so it's competition, obviously, because come on, that runs in our blood. Like we gotta win, right?
Gotta do.
Can't end on a loss.
Oh, absolutely not. You can't.
I've done
you gotta
many a stream where I was
even if
like,
it's
I'm not gonna stop streaming until I win.
Yup.
And then an hour later, it's like,
Oh,
my
man.
goodness.
4 hours, 4
Oh,
hours
yeah.
later.
Before you know it,
maybe
it's
I should
4
actually
a.m.
go.
You're like,
Yeah.
man.
my wife was like, "What are you doing? You say you're coming up an hour ago to watch
Yeah.
movies." I'm like, I haven't won yet.
Yeah. So it's very much so just like that whole, I don't know, esports is the very like, everyone kind of understands each other, which is nice no matter what game you come from. It's something that you're passionate about usually.
Yeah.
I would say even if you're not into like esports, or you're just into like really like cozy, relaxing games, like
Yeah.
even those people will understand, because like all gamers are just so tight knit, because we all like to game, so we all understand like how we all work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the grind.
The
It's
grind.
Yeah.
The game
Yeah.
grind.
Yes. You gotta get either.
It doesn't
if
matter
you're-
what game it is
Yeah.
either.
You're 100%
Oh, no.
ing a game, if it's achievements, if it's like
Collecting things.
collectibles. Oh my gosh, collectibles are gonna be the death of me. I play RPG games,
Ooh, me too.
dude. Like I have to I have to open and click everything.
That's what you gotta do in RPG. What are you on right now?
Currently, so I have a friend who's he's one of he's one of us.
Right.
One of us.
One of the club members.
Great sounding like a
Manager?
cult right now.
He's our Mario Kart game manager.
Oh, Eric.
But no, Brennan.
Oh, Brennan. I
So
haven't met
Brennan
Brennan.
actually-
No, I met Brennan.
Brennan
Yeah,
has
I
been
met Brennan.
bothering me for months to play Tales of Arise, so I finally started playing it. It's a Japanese RPG.
Okay.
And
Okay, I heard that one.
apparently, in every single area, there's an owl that you can find for cosmetics. And so I have been running around trying to find all of these stupid owls.
Yep.
And it's been so frustrating.
God of War Ragnarok has a eagle.
Yeah.
But it's like a
Yeah.
but it's like a
The-
essence of an
The
eagle.
Ravens,
a
yeah.
The Raven.
Because
or
it's
Odin's
Odin.
Ravens,
It's Odin's
yeah.
Ravens.
It's
because
Odin's
like
Raven
his
that you gotta
spies.
shoot out of the
Yeah.
sky. So I've been trying. I'm on that. I'm on like it's not good. This is not good. But I'm on like 5 RPGs right now.
Oh my
I'm
god.
on Ragnarok.
Oh no.
What was that? Oh, Jedi Survivor, and then I'm Assassin. Y'all heard my Assassin's Creed Odyssey story, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I have over
I have
100
not.
hours in, and I'm nowhere near finished because there's so
Wow.
many things to do.
Okay.
That is a
rank.
really long game.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Breath of the Wild,
Oh my gosh, Breath of the Wild has so many
And then
side
Tears
quests.
came out now.
and then
so
now
Finish
Gears.
Breath of the
What
Wild.
was it?
Tears of the Kingdom,
Tears
the
of
sequel.
Kingdom, but I haven't
Yeah.
taught it yet, so technically I
That's
ain't
okay.
started it yet.
That's fair.
And then I'm gonna pick up Diablo later today.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
got
Oh,
a
you're
problem.
picking that up today?
I got a problem.
Oh no.
RPGs are addicting.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They
the
are.
completion, like you mentioned.
You just gotta finish it.
Like I when I got God of War, I got it like week 1 and I finished it in I think a week and a half. I 100% of the entire game, both of them when
That's
they both
impressive.
came out.
Oh
That's
my
impressive.
god.
Because as soon as I get into like that, or even like the PS4 Spider-Man game, same
Mhm.
thing.
Same
It was
thing.
like
I beat that.
maybe a week.
Mhm.
I think that was 3 days.
That's impressive.
like just
I
100%
think I did a
because
week
like as
with
soon as I
Spider-Man.
start it, I gotta finish it.
Yeah.
Do you just like grind it? You just sit there and just grind it out?
Yeah, I mean, basically, like, and that was also a lot of that was in high school. But when
Okay.
Ragnarok came out, that was
Ragnarok
fall.
just came out.
Yeah, that was like
recent.
late
you're
in
in
fall
college.
semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
had
my.
I wasn't competing yet. I didn't have any like matches or anything.
Right.
I didn't have to play like Destiny or anything. So it was just like
Oh,
I'm gonna nail it,
Destiny.
get it out of the
Don't
way.
even bring that up.
Oh no.
Talking about
Don't
grind.
don't
Yeah.
talk on my don't.
No,
talk
that's
on
a
my
good game. I'm
like
just
that.
saying.
I'm just saying.
The grind, but
Oh,
yeah.
it is a grind.
Oh
Yeah.
my- like Warframe.
Yeah. So what I do, I try to play at least an hour or two a day, especially on the weekends.
Oh sure.
and
Yeah.
slowly creep, getting closer to the end, but not Odyssey, not Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It doesn't have an end right now. It's like an abyss of
Yeah.
raking
Side
up
quests.
to another level to try to beat the horde of other assassins coming to try to kill me or whatever. I've been
Oh
playing
my
that game
goodness.
since I think it came out in 2018. That's
Oh
how
my
long
God.
it's been there.
Dang.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
2018 game.
2018.
That's when it came out, and I'm still on level 49, and you got to kill the cultists that are in the
Oh my
game.
gosh.
Yeah.
That was
But you got to
pre-COVID.
rank up because they're like level 40. You got to be the same level as them to even beat them. Because if you're one level below, so if you're a 48 and you're going against a 49, it's going to take forever to win. If not, so if you're above them, that's when you get an easy kill and you get all the little things that come in when
Oh,
you,
so it's
when you
just a ton
slay
of
the,
grinding.
Yeah.
the villain.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
so I was
goodness.
like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
sounds very tiring.
Yes.
Your esports.
Oh yeah, so definitely for me, I think my esports like journey is a little bit different since I view esports more as like a marketing standpoint of like viewing like the multi-million-dollar industry that's booming and how people are now just starting to kind of profit off of it and see the profit for it. So it's kind of really interesting, especially with the College of Journalism, seeing them kind of spearhead the whole esports program here at Lincoln. Yeah, it's just really interesting, and I always kind of pick up on random little things, whether it be like a social media or like during tournaments or something, and kind of seeing like, oh, they did that marketing thing that's really cool that I would never have thought of. So I don't know. I guess my standpoint is a little bit different, but I do play games.
Overwatch,
Overwatch,
Yeah.
yeah, I play Overwatch, but I'm definitely more of a cozy gamer. So I like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, stuff like that.
I like that title, Cozy Gamer.
Mhm,
I like
yeah.
that.
Oh.
So when I'm not feeling like
I-
getting toxic on Overwatch, I'll go play.
oh, you get toxic.
No, okay, I don't use
Really?
voice chat. I don't use voice chat, but like
That
I
is
just
not
feel
a
myself
surprise.
getting toxic, and I'm
You
like,
can
I just need to
it
step
seeps
away.
into
It
your
just seeps
skin.
into you,
I'm
and I just get
surprised.
angry.
I did not see that.
You were surprised
Really?
by me also being toxic.
Right.
Yeah.
When you said that in class, I was like, Uzi? What?
He-
I think
they-
we all
they
have a
seen
little
it.
bit of it. We do
They
have a
have
little
seen
bit.
it.
You
Yeah.
don't want
Yeah.
to see.
Full,
some
dis-
of the,
full
not-
disclosure,
it's not like the
everybody has a
toxic- yeah.
little bit of toxicity.
Yeah, it's not the toxic where I'll go like on voice chat and just like
Scream
at people, but I'll just like get angry and get frustrated. I'm like, I just
If you're not on
can't.
chat, it doesn't count.
Okay, there you go.
I'll say that.
Okay.
If you're
Well,
not on
well.
chat or the mic
Okay.
is muted,
If
doesn't
my
count.
mic is muted and I'm starting to shoot bodies, that's not toxic then. Like I'm all good,
Oh yeah,
coach.
no, that's what
I'm all
saying.
good, coach.
Like from a speaking standpoint,
Teabagging.
if your mic is muted,
Just
you're not
refusing to
texting
heal.
in chat, it doesn't count. But if you're shooting bodies, you're teabagging in FPSs.
Hey,
I don't
hey.
know what else is there to hit.
I
me with.
just-
spamming.
Emo spamming,
spamming,
yeah.
voice,
There you
voice
go.
line spamming.
Uh,
Yeah.
Executions in COD are kind of bad manners too.
VM.
Those
I
are
also
fun.
know in COD when somebody tries to get the one from melee from behind where it starts the little
Yeah, that's the
action.
execution.
The
yeah.
execution
Finisher,
one.
execution,
That
whatever it is. Yeah,
toxic, yeah.
yeah. That's. I mean,
And Call of
It's
Duty
funny.
put that in the game, so they know they're being toxic as a company for putting that in the game.
I think it's more
they
of a.
They're like encouraging that.
Yeah, they're
Toxic
encouraging
game.
it by that.
Sure, but I think it was more of like a money thing
Yeah,
because they were like, we could put these cool animations in, put them in bundles, and then sell them because people think they're cool.
Blizzard,
They are
Money,
pretty
money,
cool.
money, money, money.
Got you.
Yep,
But-
yep.
So,
Yeah, it's
speaking of-
just-
very, very money
It can be
hungry.
toxic.
yeah.
Anything could be toxic in Call of Duty, honestly, though.
In any game. Do you remember when League removed was it like just regular chat and they only had like
Yeah,
emotes
they
or whatever?
removed the chat, and
Like, people still make it toxic. Like
Yeah.
the gamers will find a way to always be toxic regardless of what the
Oh, yeah.
circumstances are.
Yes,
It
that's
doesn't
true.
matter.
That's one of the
what
best
you're
parts of League, though. It's just the flame and chat.
I
It's horrendous,
true
but it's
statement.
lovely.
they like it's really really funny to read for sure because like I remember when I was playing a game once with one of my friends who was like new to the game and someone literally typed out in chat, "You are worse than useless." And I was like, whoa,
They put some thought into that one.
It allows for a lot of creativity when it comes to flaming your teammates.
Oh, yeah. Like if you
You
load
said
in
flaming.
yeah,
love- I
it's
love the-
flaming
I-
flaming is
I
just
love the
making fun of
verbiage attached to it. It's awesome.
I don't know.
That's
League
somebody don't have
players are
creativity in
The
that
elite
world.
players are a whole different
It's a
level
different
of-
breed.
Well,
it's just a whole separate subset of gaming.
they gave
I
us
feel
they gave us
it's
like
a
a ping
whole
named-
different
yeah.
set of people.
They gave us
Sorry,
a
continue.
ping named Harass, which they had to change the name of.
League?
Yeah, they had to change the name of this ping, like, because it's like you can like make marks on the map and stuff.
Mm.
So then, like, there was one that was it was called Harass, and it was supposed to be like a bait hook or whatever. But people were like, "This looks too much like something else," and then they
Oh,
started
gotcha.
using it as like
I get it.
"What are you doing?" Like,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
and so then they changed the name from Harass to Bait, but it still is just it doesn't
Mhm.
work. Like everyone just uses it for the wrong reason.
Yeah, but I mean, same thing works with like the question mark ping and everything else.
The question
too.
mark ping was so diverse. It is so diverse.
And this is all in League,
Oh
correct?
yeah,
Yes.
this is just in League.
And this will surprise me about League, being that it's a game that's like chess compared to any other game. You know,
Yeah.
you got to really learn pieces and learn items and learn lane responsibility and all that. And then I hear, and then my captains up at Lakeland, who I had, Robert and Brett, that's what they were like. And Robert was always the one saying, "Coach, it's this League chat is terrible." And I'm like,
Awful.
and he's like, "It's terrible." I'm just like, "What?" Then I was like, "All right." It's just so interesting that a game of that high mentality and mechanics movement that it has the worst.
Well, it is
Toxic.
the most played game.
Yeah.
of
It's one of
all
the
time.
Well, 'cause it's free to
This is
play,
huge
right, when it
influx
came
of
out.
players,
Yeah.
And then the only thing was the microtransaction of the skins
Skins.
as any
Oh,
other
man.
And players.
games
Skins.
out there.
For characters, you can buy them with blue essence if you grind out enough games. So you
Gotcha.
earn blue essence through playing games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also probably
It's
buy
not
it.
too hard. to
But
get
you can also just straight
characters.
up buy
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know too
Lot
many
of gear.
people. Too many people that I know have spent thousands of dollars on skins.
Oh, that's like
It's-
you know,
it's
I haven't
horrible.
gone to
No.
1,000 just yet.
Nah. What?
Just
Just yet.
listen. I
It's still going?
I know.
people
just yet
just
is not
gift
good.
me things. Let's just put it like
Oh,
that.
okay.
We need to.
People gift me things, and so my
We need to have an
account
intervention.
probably,
Z
but-
over there. Intervention
No,
time
no.
on skin purchase.
Thankfully, I have stopped.
It doesn't help you play.
I know.
No,
Actually,
but it makes me
so
look cute.
for
So
the
like,
last like 2 skin lines, I've like played it, and I'm like, you know what? This skin line just feels bad. So I've literally stopped buying skins. The animations
you
just
go.
feel
oh,
bad.
yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
some of those skins like
Okay.
make it feel smooth, but others are just like, this is
Too
terrible.
clunky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clunky.
EA tried to do that with Ultimate Team, basically.
They did.
Ultimate Team. That's basically because you got to buy the virtual cards.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the only difference is that actually you get the cards that are rated a 90 or above. You know, you get a Randy Moss 99 or Joe Montana 94. At least you actually could play with those players. That's the only difference. But when they first came out in 2015, the pack of cards were 30 cards in a pack, virtual cards, that cost $20 or $30. Now is $89.
Oh my gosh.
And you only get the ratio card now of cards. So you will got with that in that 2015 deck, you got 30 cards. Of the 30, 20 of them were above a 90. And the other 10 were between 80s.
So they made it into like a gambling.
And now they
thing.
flipped it. So now when you open the pack, you get the same amount of cards, like 30, 40 cards. And you might get 2 cards that are 90 or above. Maybe. And that's a maybe.
So they made it into like a gotcha game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm out.
Marketing.
Well, then
I'm
you
out.
got to buy them the next year.
Right.
You know, you got to roll for anybody the next year when
Oh
they
my
create a new game. And
Right.
it's
I'm like,
man.
I'm out.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to do much, but you could do the challenges, but it's 1,000 challenges literally in every year.
Oh my gosh.
And my son did it one time where he literally played all the challenges. So whatever that was in the store you could purchase, he did all the challenges, so he had everything. So I was like, but it's like 1,000 to 2,000
So
challenges.
you gotta grind it out.
Yep.
That's a
And there's
lot.
simple
That's way
challenges,
too
but
much.
it's you
Mhm.
don't
Wow.
just do 2,000 challenges in a weekend
No.
No.
unless you have nothing else to do with yourself.
That is
So
when someone is serving you food, bringing you water,
Yeah.
and you just get to sit there.
they're like massaging your arms
Yeah.
as stuff gets numb as you're sitting there, your back.
Yeah, they bring you like a heated blanket for your muscles.
Any other questions? All right, I know we got stuff.
I guess.
We have stuff.
I mean, obviously we're here for a reason. So like,
Yeah.
why should people care about esports?
Ooh.
What is
great
the
question.
reason? You know?
For you say that, I'm my part of esports. So I
Oh, yes.
sure,
yeah.
We should
Um,
probably go over it.
as a coach.
Yeah.
So me being in the coaching space, it's kind of what everything y'all said. It's all of that. You know, it's the competitive side, obviously, but then for me, practice structure, and then teaching the kids, showing the kids if they don't know it already, which I've had some that didn't understand the team dynamic, from the communication to showing up to practice to once you get in practice, you work on your skill, whatever task or gun or champion or character or the movement, like in Rocket League, working on the moves, aerials, and all that stuff. To like Lexi brought up the business side of it, knowing like, you know, when I've been talking to a lot of companies locally, a lot of companies domestically to say, hey, we need help. We're building out this facility. We're gonna need this stuff. We're gonna need chairs, tables, and PCs. And I don't know if y'all probably know this already. Y'all might, I don't know. But the new GPU that's between, you know, the 400 series now, or 40 series, 4090s or 4080s, they are saying that when you build it in a PC or you order in a PC, that it takes up just by itself 1,500 watts of power.
It's
Just
a
by
big
itself.
one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's it.
So that's so when I've been talking to companies that we're going to
Oh my God.
potentially work with and buy our PCs from,
Mhm.
they're like, you're going to have. I was like, I already said it to them. I was like, I already did the math. That's a lot of power
Mhm.
access that we got to have
Mhm.
in the basement over in the union, basically. So he
Yeah.
said, because a lot of schools are still sticking with the 300 series right now
Because it's just
because there's so much power.
efficient.
I was just like, that's new.
That's
So
crazy.
so yeah, I'm just seeing being in that space. I've seen kind of see what everything is. Esports is a lot of different things to everybody that's coming into it or everybody that's learning it, especially from the high business standpoint of where people are, you know, putting together groups to organize either seasons or events or something, and they're figuring out, figure out a way. Okay, this is how we're going to make money, like Lexi mentioned earlier. You want to say something?
Yeah, well, I mean, like esports it's all brand new pretty much. It's not 100% brand new, but like especially with colleges and now you're getting high schools into it, like all this stuff is brand new. So you have these people just trying a bunch of different things, and it's really interesting that like these random groups of people are just coming together and trying 100 billion different ways to just put on an esports tournament or to get people into esports. It's really interesting to kind of see everybody trying all this new stuff.
Yep, because it's sustainability
Mhm.
is the biggest thing, and I know this week is a big. Well, yesterday, 2 days. Well, today's the 3rd now. So on the 1st, it was a big thing in the game in the league space, League of Legends, with the potential walkout that was of the players because of the LCS Players Association caught wind of what Riot was trying to do without communicating to it. You know, so stuff like that, which is actually this is a good thing, in my opinion, because the players stood up to Riot, and now the developers like Riot, like Epic, like EA, Activision are now going to have to be like, oh, wait a minute. We can't just think we're going to just walk over these kids because that's what they think they are. Kids, and not thinking the kids are like information, have the stuff they know, but they have a governing body, have the PA of that league, but other leagues too have people that say basically watching out for for those players and make sure their rights don't get violated, because that's what's about to happen. Because I think it was the North American Path to Pro League organization. I'll say the Path to Pro part of League of Legends teams were getting cut in half or taken away totally. Just in the North America. I don't know about it was overseas or anything.
And the only reason why it's doing that, and sorry, the only reason why they're like kind of considering that is because of how little the LCS teams matter, quote unquote. They bring in a lot of money,
Right?
But we're not doing well. We've never won like a title
North America,
for America. For NA, and so like they're thinking, well, it's gonna die out. It's like StarCraft. How StarCraft is still decently big out in like
it's played
Asian
at the high school
countries,
level
you know?
here. So.
And like, yeah, it's also in like high school level here now. But like, and same like with Dota. It's like Dota is way more popular in Asia and Europe, but like League isn't really as popular in America as it is in like Korea and China and like Europe.
Yeah,
like
that's the only thing they play over there, probably.
exactly. Like, well, there's
Pretty much,
like they play a lot of more esports over there, but you know, it's just like, because there's so little interest here, it's just hard for them to kind of see it as like profitable or like worth it.
Got it.
Which kind of sucks because America has all the money to like fund it. So I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do after that.
Oh man. So hey, Jade, I'm gonna pass it to you.
Okay.
So you could take us to break, so you could get this under your belt.
Yeah, sure. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back in a few minutes just after some quick messages from some sponsors, some people with ads. So yeah.
There you go.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, you got any gum?
Yeah, check my backpack.
What's this?
Oh, that's naloxone. It can reverse an opioid overdose. I decided to always keep it on me after my friend almost died. It saved his life.
I'm so sorry. That makes me want to have it with me too.
You totally should. Check the pharmacy. It was actually really easy to get, and it's easy to use.
I definitely will. Thanks.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Member FDIC.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats Detasseling, where hard work meets good times.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Summer is near. Now's the time to clean or replace your furnace filter to get the most out of your AC. Find energy-saving tips at les.com/save-energy.
This is Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're good to go? All right, cool. So, welcome back. Peeked the mic a little bit. Apologies. We're back on the Big Red Esports show, and we're all still here conversating about games and having a good old time. So, I guess our next question is why? Why should people care? Why should the Husker fan base get hyped about esports? I guess. Do we want me to go first? Because I have
you can go
a little
first.
bit.
Ask
Yeah,
the question.
that's true. All right, so I'll answer it kind of with some thoughts. So, like, obviously, parents want to care because, like, your kid's playing competitively at the college level, and I mean, beyond that, though, if the kid doesn't want to do sports or isn't good at it, or even if they do sports and want to do traditional sports and they want to do this on top of that, we know, I think, at least one guy that wants to do that, and so. I mean, with that, like, why wouldn't you want to support your own, kid or like your friends, family, that kind of thing? But on top of that, it's another avenue to support the Huskers in some competitive fashion. Like, I mean, we play Iowa in Call of Duty 3 times a year. It doesn't get any better than that,
Oh my gosh, it's always so fun to watch your guys' rivalry games.
Oh yeah, that. And the other thing with esports is there's no conferences right now. I mean, there is like the NACE and all that, but they're not governing bodies. They're not like the Big Ten. They're not, so
they're not on that level, I would say.
No, they're not. And I don't expect them to really get there because, like, with all the different, especially with Call of Duty, the leagues that we play in, it's like all 350 some schools. And, they split them into
20.
regions.
Yeah, not 20 or 10.
Yeah.
Really not. It's like 16 in the Big Ten. That's actually, even though it's Big Ten.
Well, they're trying to get to 20. Weird. So
I know.
It'd
be the Big 20, not Big 10 still. They need to change that.
Well, and even then, like, some schools have like multiple teams for one game.
True. Yeah. You get like, if we were to do, say, like 3 teams of Call of Duty, it'd be like Nebraska Esports, Scarlet, probably red, white, black, right?
We could do that. I've done. I had to do that at Lakeland.
Yeah, or like team 1, team 2, team 3, kind of ABC, whichever way you need it to go.
Which one's better? Which one you like, the color, the number, or the letter?
I
ask my players that.
Honestly, I like the color better
because we always did like Husker Scarlet was like our top team for the league, and then it would be like Huskers White and Huskers Black.
Yeah, because I did JV. They didn't write kind of like that. Like,
JV kind of.
I was asking questions.
Yeah, it's too basic. We need to, have some fun.
We wanted to like school pride, so that's why we were like Huskers Scarlet. That's our color.
Yeah.
Yep, I could see that.
Well, the other cool thing too is even though they're not is necessarily like streamed or anything, the teams do get to scrimmage, any school that they want to. Basically, we just go onto Twitter and go, hey, we need like a scrimmage, and then Colorado could hit us up, or we've played Texas and we played Florida International. We played Florida, UCF. I mean, there's a ton of Southern schools that are all kind of in there, like SEC. I think we played like Vanderbilt, and we played LSU, Bama, Georgia. We played all of them.
Miami.
We've beaten most of them, so I think we're kind of on top. We're on top on the SEC
Husker
stuff.
Fans
So
will like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At least we're beating them in something. I'm just saying, lost out on Dylan Raiola, but we beat him in COD. So that's all that matters.
True.
But yeah, it's just like that kind of energy, and the way that it goes, anything can happen in COD or any other esport game that we play or want to add in the future. Anything can happen in any match, like mentality can shift from map to map or round to round. And I mean, it's so dramatic that it's really fun. It's a very entertaining thing to watch most of the time, unless it's like an absolute steamroll. But even those are really fun to watch as opposed to like a 3-hour football match where it's like 77-0 against Bowling Green.
Right. And so what you just said, I went down. Remember, I told you guys I went down to Arlington or to Dallas area for the high school and college nationals. It was the CECC, so College Collegiate Esports Commissioners Cup.
Yeah.
And they had a team. It was a girls team from either Canada or California. And they were getting, like Jaden mentioned, they were getting steamrolled. But when I looked on them on stage, you wouldn't have known it. They were like they were conversating, but then having they're like having fun conversations, laughing when they would die. They were like, "Oh my God, I died!" But they made it. They like, as a coach, I was like, I like to see that because they're still playing hard, even though that they know this game is pretty much out of reach. But they were all positive. They were still high fiving each other, even when the game was over. They went to the other team. Good game, good game. So they had that attitude of, if you were watching them, you wouldn't have known they were winning or losing. You would have thought they were winning because they were having a good time and still doing what they're doing as teammates. I was like, as a coach, I was like, yes. I say, hey guys, girls, good job. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that kind of also goes back to like, as a community, as like gamers ourselves, we all like know how it feels to get steamrolled. So like, even if the other team is like completely like just wiping them out, they're still gonna have a positive attitude towards the other team because they know how it feels to kind of then just get
100%.
Not at a LAN tournament. that is a different world.
Yeah. If it's a rivalry too.
Oh yeah. Well, we went to the only time it's been like really respectful.
Because y'all just went to Colorado about a month ago.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh no.
Well,
Call of Duty.
we went.
Yeah.
We took a road trip down to Fort Collins for like a completely like out of league, so it was like anybody could play. So we had there was a rec league team there. There was like a bunch of just like local teams that kind of just a bunch of buddies. There was actually New Mexico and New Mexico State. They took the two best players from each team and they combined and basically made it was one of the best teams ever. Like
the Goon Squad from Space Jam.
Pretty much. Like New Mexico State is in the top 8 and they play in champs in Ohio later this month.
I'm gonna tell my
and so we took them to a game 5. It's in a best of 5 format.
Yep.
And it was so high energy. It was probably 1 a.m. by that point. We had gone through pool play for about 13 hours.
Oh, y'all did pool play first?
Yeah, we do pool play, and then that made the seeding for the bracket. And we're on hour 13, map 5, trying to get any sort of like ground whatsoever. And we get to the final like round 11 tiebreaker match in that round, and we lose it. And after that, they were just like, "Hey, you guys are the hardest team we played all year." And I mean, that was huge for us. Like that was a huge confidence boost.
And you said that in your message.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember you Discorded me. I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah,
that's
I mean, and for a college team, and between two colleges that we've not necessarily played before, we scrimmaged New Mexico State, and we played pretty close with them there too. That was just like the one time, because every other time it was like screaming profanities that I can't say on here. And I mean, in like the pit is what it's generally called when it's like COD LAN tournaments, when it's like a bunch of PCs, they call it the pit. You're just like screaming and hollering at the other team. A lot of times your comms, if you can, say dead or something, just to kind of rile up the other team. It's so much more mental than it is actual performance. Because if you can start to irritate the other team, they'll start to slip a little bit. I mean, even if you're down like, 50 points, you start saying dead every time you're killing someone, they're going to go, dude, you're down 75. Like, they're going to start like thinking about other stuff than like where they're at on the map, where we're spawning or anything like that. We didn't do that. That was like our first LAN tournament ever, which is like local area network for anybody wondering what LAN means. It was just like, it was just like one of those experiences where like, it's a rare moment when another team is respectful toward you in a LAN tournament in COD, because it's just such a toxic fan base for the most part, or like the competitive scene is so high energy that it's like football, you can respect a guy, but if they slam you, you're going to get up and you're going to get a little riled. You're going to be like, what the hell, man? Like, what are we doing? Or like they say something like when you're in the lineup and you're like, come on, I thought we were getting food or something, like we're in the same city. Man. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the same energy is kind of there in the competitive sense. Like everybody's really high octane on it. And so that's like and that's what I love about it too, is like, it's so high energy that like, you can totally respect, like we respect Iowa pretty well. Like we can hang with them. We can hang with them. Which for those of us here that don't like Iowa that much, that might be a little weird, but bear with me. We've scrimmaged them.
Good close game.
Yeah, we scrimmaged them so much that we ended up just being like really, really close with them. And we can just, do random 8s, which is just like kind of scrimmages, kind of not. We trade out players and stuff. But that's the other thing too, is like you get to connect on such a better level with the other teams that you scrimmage or that you play against, than in like football, because you don't have to depend on going to like camps or anything. You're competing with them and you're in like a pregame lobby, just kind of chatting with them. You know, you're saying whatever. You could be trash talking or anything. Like South Dakota, they hate us because they started trash talking. We beat them at it. I mean, they've not won against us in anything. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I can't wait to play them next year.
Jack Rapids?
No, that's SDSU. They were I think it's the Cougars.
Cougars, okay.
Yeah, like USD.
Yep.
Because there's like Dakota State, South Dakota State.
There's one of them is Jack Rapids.
Dakota State's the Trojans.
Okay, because like there's so many out there.
Yeah. Well, they just like shuffle the letters, like the words around, you know, and then it's like a different school. And I'm like, dude, there's a North Dakota, there's a South Dakota. If you're saying Dakota State, I don't know where you are. You know, like
it's a bit confusing.
That's a little confusing. Yeah. But yeah, that was a little bit of a ramble. But basically, just the interconnectedness that you can get, the respect you can gain, and the drama that you can have in the competitive scene in esports is just so entertaining to watch and such a great thing to be part of. That I genuinely think that if any amount of the Husker fan base got in on like watching the action,
they'll fit right in.
Yeah, they get hooked because we'd play like Bowling Green once and we'd win, and then that'd be like, oh yeah, we're on top of Bowling Green, you know, like. Or Ohio State. We've not had the chance to play Ohio State yet. That's like one of the few Big Ten teams we haven't played.
We played Michigan State.
We played Michigan. We played Michigan State. Michigan beat us, but yeah, I mean, we've beaten almost every Big Ten team that we played. Right. We came close with Illinois, but they're like a legacy team at this point. Illinois is just a legacy team, so they're hard to beat. Okay. Michigan's like really hard to beat. Ohio State's also really hard to beat, but yeah, just the competitive atmosphere. I think Husker Nation would absolutely love to get into the esports scene and watch it.
I bet they would.
Yeah.
Want to take it a break again?
Well, I apologize we didn't get to anybody else. I kind of had way too much to say there, but we're gonna take a short break again, and then close out with a short section to kind of wrap things up, and then we'll probably see you next week after that. But we still got one more part, so we'll be back after a little bit.
Celebrate the start of June in style with 2 great drinking events in Lincoln. First, this Friday, come down to Beer House's grand opening as they show off their expansion to double the size of their building. The party starts at 3 p.m. with live pop music starting at 7. And on Saturday, make plans to head on over to Sideshow Spirits and Cider for the first annual Nebraska Whiskey Carnival. Enjoy Nebraska distilleries and spirits, food vendors, and more. Event starts at 3 p.m. Buy your tickets ahead of time at SideshowSpirits.com.
UStop is a member of LEVA, promoting local business through education, networking, and local government advocacy. This is why UStop sponsors the LEVA Business Hour on the Ticket 93.7. Remember, every time you fill up at a UStop on a Tuesday, UStop donates 2 cents for every gallon sold to local charities in our community. This month, UStop has partnered with the Lancaster Event Center. Stop by UStop and fill up every Tuesday to help us fuel our community.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentuneup.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-467 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with Integrated Behavioral Health Services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. If you want to come be a part of a small business where you're family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
This is Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What's going on, guys? We're back for a third section, and we can kind of continue where we left off with why should people care, and what makes esports so important in its rise.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'll take the floor here.
Yeah.
My bad.
Why should people care
Say
about
Colin
esports?
or pass it. Say Z.
Yeah.
or
Yeah, you
Lexi.
didn't pass the mic over. I have my own, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'll pass this one over. Yeah.
Why should you care? That's like a really difficult question because sometimes it's just not everyone's cup of tea. Like, especially if you're like older people, they just like don't understand children nowadays. I would say.
I don't understand children
But like,
nowadays.
I think the best part of esports is there's just so many different like video games and stuff out there right now.
I'd say
So
that's
like, if like
everybody.
you don't like League of Legends, you're totally fine. Go watch Overwatch. You don't like Overwatch, watch Call of Duty. You don't like Call of Duty, just watch something
Watch
else. I
Madden.
mean, there's a load of stuff you can watch. So there's like enough content where you shouldn't get bored. Okay, it's not like watching the same game over and over again as well. And then plus with these games, they just have so much more depth than I think other sports really do. Because like you watch football, it's like, oh, they're just running back and forth. It's easy. I can
Slow down now. Slow down.
I like that.
Slow
I
down.
like that. I like how he did that.
But then you watch like League of Legends and stuff, and it's like 160 champions
It's
now.
layered.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah,
like
that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
60 something items. Like there's
the
so much
So yeah, because
differentiation.
NFL, you only know every team, all 32 teams are drafting up to 7 or more players. So it's only going to be so many changes, and then you know all the free. Yeah, so I hit you. I hear you, Colin.
Yeah, and then you have games like League where like you can build like there's like 70 items you can build, and each one is their own unique. They have their own like different thing you can do. I am not going to list all of them,
Aren't
but
there like perks in Call of Duty as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of get limited though with competitive because some of them, like the developers basically make like a casual meta and a competitive meta. And then the players kind of have to decide through like gentlemen's agreements is what they call them, or like straight up
on
bans.
what weapons to use in a game.
Yeah,
Okay.
what weapons, perks, attachments, everything's like limited down to a certain
Because it's what the pros use, right?
Yeah, that's essentially what goes for everybody else. Is like whatever the pros agree on, and like within a certain list. So like this year, no foregrips could have any boost to like hip fire accuracy, and that took out like 90% of them.
Yeah.
So
and you don't really do that you kind of do that in traditional sports when you obviously draft players.
Yeah, or like a specific shoe, right?
Yeah,
Like
shoe, helmet, or what have you.
Yeah,
with the league changes or what the league is changing to help players. That's the closest thing we could get to what you're talking about, Colin. There, in terms of
that's
traditional
But
sense.
like traditional sports, it's very like cut and dry. You
Yeah.
know, it's very specific. The rules have been there.
For a long time.
Yeah, you know what the rules
sometimes
are.
they change.
I mean, sometimes, but usually that's like a really big talking point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you have games like Hearthstone, which completely flip the
Oh, you
rules.
found a way to bring it in.
So tell
There
me,
we go.
I want to learn more
There
about
we go.
Hearthstone because I didn't know it was a one-player game. I thought it was like League. It was multiple.
No,
players.
it's just no.
So it
no
is a
way
one-
it could be multiple
That'd
players.
be
Really?
It's a single
Okay.
player
See, that's
game.
why you got to talk
That'd
about
be
it.
so chaotic.
Like you have like so like they keep adding like new keywords and stuff. Like the new one they added was finale. So like if the card uses the rest of your mana, it adds a special effect on it as well.
Got
then
it.
you have like extra effects. There's like life steal, there's charge. You can hit the face. There's rush. You can hit the enemy minions the first time you place it down on the board. And then there's like poison and other stuff you can add on top of it. You can shift different stuff. There's legendary cards that have grandiose effects that can cheat out a lot of mana, or they can clear the board, or they can
I know what
freeze the
mana
board.
means.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, for the viewers at home, what does hitting a face mean?
Hitting face? Oh, that's hitting the enemy. Okay.
It's
So
like
like
their
some
direct
decks are
hit
like
points.
made just to hit face.
And
You
we're
play-
talking about virtual cards, even though you're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
like a-
decks.
Sorry. Okay,
Well, I'm-
Hearthstone. It's a card game. Okay,
Yep.
it's a virtual card game. So like take like your grandma's Magic and then put it into like a more of like a diverse.
I like that too.
We're-
I like how you
we're-
put that
we're
on there.
considering-
Grandma's
it's
Magic. I like
Magic
that.
the Gathering, right?
Yeah,
Magic the Gathering.
Everybody knows
Magic the
that.
Gathering,
Okay.
Pokemon,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
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 It's like GIFs.
I said that way wrong.
So it's like that, but place it in a virtual, and then it's virtual now, so the cards can do a lot more because you don't have to shuffle your deck 50 different times now.
Right.
So you're just allowed so much more, and it's you versus an opponent. You each start with 30 health, unless have certain cards in your deck that raise your health, and then you start with 1 mana. It slowly raises up to 10 cards. Cost a certain amount of mana. They have health and they have
And
attack.
mana
points.
is energy, right?
Yep. It's
Yeah,
just
basically.
it's basically your currency for playing cards.
Got it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
each
like-
card has a certain amount of mana that
It's like
you
an
can
energy
play.
or like a
Yep.
land or
Yep.
like something like that.
If you're playing like Catan, or no, that's like a Magic Gathering is
Yeah,
the land.
Magic. Yeah,
Sorry,
you
I was like,
tap
nope,
it, but you don't
sorry.
tap it. Okay.
Yeah, you tap it, but not.
And you have mana, and then there's like cards like cheat mana. There's cards that like. There's lots of cards. There's too many cards, I think, but that's a problem.
Yeah.
And there's like spells you can also play, so you're not always just playing minions onto the board as well. There's battle cries and stuff that deal like that. Battle cries basically do this extra effect, basically.
Oh.
My
Yeah.
personal
I'm going to
favorite
play
is
a
Death
game.
Rattles.
I'm liking
Death
this.
rattles. Death
I like-
rattles are amazing, but they're not fun to play against. So death rattle is once you kill a minion, it does something. Death rattle,
Oh.
summon this.
It's like Call of Duty had it, Halo had it, is when you make a kill and you drop a grenade.
Oh, you're talking like
Except when
yeah.
your
It's like a perk.
except when your like card dies.
Yeah, when
They
your
do
card dies, boom, something else happens.
it's like a boost. It's like
So, like-
card does something?
Yeah, so when
Yes.
your card gets destroyed, it's like actually since I'm dead now, here's another thing that you can use.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 2-1
no,
death
I-
rattle.
like
Similar to grenade
Similar,
drop because it
except it was if your ally died and
Yeah.
they dropped a grenade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
I
if
get
you're
you
thinking,
now.
if you're thinking like League of Legends, kind of like Karthus too. Like once you die, oh, now you're invincible for 5 seconds. Cast
See?
those
Yeah,
cast those
exactly.
abilities.
Yep.
Throw it out
You
there.
wanna
Interesting. I like
your
Hearthstone.
ultimate. Yeah, Hearthstone's pretty fun.
Hearthstone is fun. It's impossible to get into nowadays because there's so much like cards and stuff. It's constantly changing. Like what's
So start.
what you
Well, you
need.
gotta start small.
It's just hard to
Yeah,
like
there you go.
because you need to gather
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
you
cards.
have to, like-
you need to get a lot of dust in order to actually build a good deck. Unless you're just playing like a really cheap deck. That I mean, like I build big decks, but my favorite ones are like the stupid ones to play. Like I like playing Face Hunter. All you do, you just avoid every minion on field. You hit face.
You just
You
keep
hit face.
hitting.
You keep
like,
hitting the enemy. You
yeah,
don't play. That's all the game is. That's all it
Hmm.
becomes. You kill them. That's
Little
all.
strategy.
'Cause
Little bit of
usually
strategy.
you're
Oh,
supposed
there's
to
no
hit-
strategy. You just
There's no
you hit
strategy?
face.
Usually
That
you're-
sounds like strategy to me, though.
Usually
No
you're supposed to like
tactics.
hit the cards on the board, but if you're going just for face, you're literally just hitting the player. You're ignoring the cards on their field and just hitting them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're just like
You're, like-
ignoring everything, going for the
Yeah.
actual like end game, kind of right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
okay,
I mean, that's
I
like,
get you.
It's like running past everyone and going for a touchdown.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
pretty
done
much
that before.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I actually
You're
done
just
that before.
literally ignoring every like you have blinders on.
I was just telling this on the show the other day. We were playing against the Commanders at one time. They were another team name.
Yeah.
It was the first game after 9/11, so y'all were probably not even. Y'all were in diapers, probably.
I wasn't born.
I was a little
think
over
I-
a month old. Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all unaware
Yeah.
of this game at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
So third quarter in this game, we're steamrolling the Commanders. It's 35-10.
What's new?
Third quarter, we have the ball, and Brett calls a run play, and it's it's I formation, 2 backs in the backfield. My fullback ball snap. My fullback goes the opposite way. Me and Brett go the right way, and he looks at me like here's the ball. You got to run now, run without a personal protector. And so I'm just stiff arming guys out of bounds. I take a step out of. I don't know that I'm out of bounds yet, and I actually hit one of the DBs. It was a safety, and he goes off on me, leaves me. He cussed me up and down, called me out my name, and I'm like, or you say just go find that one player.
Yeah.
I said, I got you. You want to talk to me like that? Watch what
Oh,
happens.
man.
So I get back in the huddle. Next play, say, give me the bloop 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 ball right now.
Oh no.
And Brett's like, what's wrong with you, man? I'm like, he's never seen me that mad. It's like, I don't care what coach calls right now. Give me the ball. So I get the ball, and I'm literally just looking for number 31. Where's number 31? And then boom, I hit him. Run him over, pick up 15 yards, right? Monday comes. So game's over. We win 42-17 or whatever. We're watching game film now. My coach gets to that play, pauses it. He said, I just want to just take this moment to realize that, Amon, you missed a lot on this play right here. I just want to know what was going on in your head. I was like, well, play before the guy cussed me out, called me out my name. So he said, that makes sense. Let me just hit play and watch this play. So he's like, you're running, you're ducking. You're basically looking the guys. That's 28. That's 14. That's not the guy. Oh, there's 31. Boom. And then he's like, by the way, you had a 75-yard touchdown run because you got so fast past the line of scrimmage that everybody couldn't even react to you. You could have just kept running. You would have scored. But you decided to go find number 31. I said, Coach, he called me out my name. It's disrespect, man. I had to handle business. And I was like, he was like, I can't believe that. Okay, he said, now I know. So yeah, I was that heat-seeking missile.
So like that's like solo killing someone in League. You're like, this person BM'd me. I'm gonna go after this person only.
Oh yeah.
Or like solo ulting somebody in Overwatch or League.
Yeah. Wasting all on one person.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Ults are like
every coach loves to hear that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Ults are like this like really big abilities that usually have decently long cooldowns. They're like supposed to
Yeah,
be a special
they do.
ability.
Yep.
So like using them on just one person is super petty usually.
Mhm.
Yep. Depending on your ult.
Yeah,
obviously.
sometimes. So that's what League.
So if you're a healer, then
Yeah,
it
League.
is
There's like
Overwatch.
Overwatch has it. I know that
Valorant has
has
it.
them.
I think that's it. There might be
Nowadays,
some other
yeah.
games.
Dota has
Oh
it.
yeah, Dota has it. StarCraft, does they have? do they have it?
No, they have like unit specific stuff.
Oh, like because it's more military based, like
It's an RTS,
and, like
so it's-
robots and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right?
Apex is ultimates, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Apex.
Apex does have
That's
Yep,
true.
Apex.
They
So that's
do.
5. That's 6, 5,
Yeah,
6.
I'm
Those
sure
are a lot more functional though than they are like you ult and you get a
They're more, like,
free like a
utility.
freebie. Yeah, they're
They're
way
more
more
utility,
utility.
Well,
Yeah.
Titanfall 2 kind of has them. You summon your men.
Hey, that's
Oh wow,
different.
that's a
Titanfall
blast
2.
from the past.
That's not that long ago.
What?
Like, that's
5-6 years ago.
like 2012.
12. No, it might be 10 years.
No, it's not 10 years
Well,
because
Destiny came out in 2012.
Huh?
Destiny came out. you
No, it's
said-
2014.
Oh,
So
I was okay. 10
no,
years
because Titanfall 2 came out in like 2015
Oh, that's
because
right,
they were trying to do a competitive like our competitor
Yeah,
to
I
like the
remember that.
movement based shooters of like Black Ops 3 where it
Mhm.
was like advanced movement where like they unlocked the third dimension and you could just go up into heaven essentially with like jetpacks and stuff. I mean, it made the game way faster, and I think Titanfall was probably the best one to do it.
Yeah,
They're by far.
I vaguely
Titanfall 2
remember
was
that
so
part,
fun.
but I do
Yeah.
remember Titanfall.
But it is getting closer and closer to 10 years, and it just feels real weird.
Got it.
I
Got it.
mean, I don't know. Looking at the release dates for some games, I'm like, holy cow!
Minecraft?
Oh my, yeah, Minecraft.
It's ancient.
Oh.
2009
Mhm.
when it was in alpha.
Yeah.
So
That was one of the
Ooh,
first
insane.
game. That was one of the first
Over-
video games I got on my little dinky
Laptop.
Microsoft
Mhm.
XP
Yeah.
or whatever.
it's all that ran for me. Like that. That was
I retired from the NFL in 2009.
Well, you're
Man.
old.
You gotta remember. You gotta remember that.
And I
was,
take
like,
you with a badge
6.
of honor. I am old.
okay.
I was like
Yes.
6 when that happened.
Dang. I got kids y'all age.
Yeah, no, that's
crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
Were you, Colin? Were you done?
Oh, was I done?
Yeah.
I mean, I can be done.
no.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know. I got into a ramble about Hearthstone, so
Yeah.
it took me a little bit by
Yeah.
surprise. But
It's
you know,
all
I
good.
like surprises.
That's
so.
what's going to happen on this
Yeah.
show.
I think we're gonna throw it
Yeah.
to a break here. Yep.
Yeah.
Already?
So
okay, I guess.
yeah.
You want to
Whoever
break
want-
it?
I'll break
Go
it.
for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna go on a break. We're gonna roll some stuffy, and we're gonna get right back into it once we come back. You feel me? Yeah.
All right.
Getting
All right.
experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.com/service to program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with integrated behavioral health services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company. And with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats Detasseling, where hard work meets good times.
Summer is near. Now's the time to clean or replace your furnace filter to get the most out of your AC. Find energy-saving tips at les.com/save-energy.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand. Experience Allo Internet. allofiber.com/FYI.
Looking for a way to shed those extra pounds? Ascend Aesthetics is here to guide you on your weight loss journey. Their team of certified nutritionists and personal trainers are ready to create customized plans tailored to your unique body and goals. Imagine the confidence you'll feel stepping out in those brand new summer clothes. With Ascend Aesthetics by your side, a healthier and happier you is just a call away. Dial 1-800-SLIM-NE or visit slimdowne.com to get started today. Ascend Aesthetics, your path to a better you.
Up your kitchen game with Kitchen Tune-Up. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a renewed, personalized kitchen that will make you the envy of your friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentune-up.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Pass the sticks to the Nebraska Esports Squad as they take you on a journey through the wonderful world of video games. Right here on Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right. We're back. Yeah.
Welcome in here. Passing the sticks, you know. Speaking of passing the sticks, let's pass the stick on down to Z over here.
On why we care, why people should care about esports.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest point that I was just about to make is that if you're not interested in like Call of Duty, Valorant, League, like all of these like main games, like or like Fortnite and stuff like that, there are Madden competitions, there are NBA 2K competitions, there are MLB Showcase, there is FIFA, and those are all like sports games. So like if you really love sports and you also want to get into like an esports sphere and you want to understand what's going on, because sometimes it's a lot to learn for other esports, and something basic and like you already have a grasp of, those sports video games and that sports esports scene is very much alive. And it's like, you know, it's a really easy like entry point for a lot of people who don't understand much about esports.
Mm-hmm.
Also racing games too. Like,
Oh yeah, racing games.
They're
Yeah, if
huge.
you love racing games, or if you just like
or
cars in
Mario
general.
Kart.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mario
Mario
Kart,
Kart,
Lego
Smash.
Dri-
Mario
yeah.
Kart, Mario Kart.
Lego
just a
Drive now.
Great.
Yeah, those racing games are
Lego
so
Drive.
That
fun.
was a Forza.
Yeah,
Forza's
Lego
a big
Drive.
one.
Yep.
I'm
Lego
just like,
Drive.
and if you just like want to have that experience of driving, like, or just racing people, that's super
Yeah.
fun.
Mhm.
Just do it like esports. Like that's super like a
Find a
accessible
competitive
way to do it.
point in somewhere.
Yeah.
In a game.
I really like watching those like truck driving games, or like they're just
Truck
like
driving
they're
simulator.
like driving through like mountains and stuff. It's not an esport, but it's like really
It's
fun
like
to
the,
watch.
Oh, no,
the
that's really
semi-truck,
fun.
The
It's like
semi-
relaxing.
yeah.
Right.
Oh, they're just like chill, you
You
know.
can find it.
I mean,
You
there's
can
a
find it.
game for literally everyone.
Oh,
like there are thousands upon millions of games. It doesn't matter like what you play. Like, again, like I'm more of a cozy person, so like I like more like collectible games where I can just mess around and just do whatever I want.
Just take care
Yeah.
of the farm.
Just take care of my farm. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
That was what's the one? It's on Nintendo, right?
Stardew Valley.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Animal, I
Yeah,
also
that
love
one's a
Animal
big one.
I
Crossing.
have like 400 hours in that game and I haven't even
I
completed
think
it.
I only have like I don't know 100 or 200. I got it during COVID.
Same.
100, 200 what?
Hours on Animal Crossing.
God bless. Awesome.
There is so much.
Awesome.
So my boyfriend, bless his heart, has like almost 5,000 hours on Dota.
I
No,
think
that's been out forever. Like
that-
that's one of those that you
No,
can.
he started back in middle school and now he's 23.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's played
Yeah, I'm at-
religiously.
I'm at about the same. I think I'm at 7,500 on Destiny, like the franchise. Like I'm at about
Since the
7,500.
beginning?
Yeah, since like 2014. So that's like 7th grade to now I'm going into my 4th year in college. So that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And with COVID,
You
like
got
I think I
time.
put in
Oh
1,200
my
hours over
gosh.
COVID. Like I was insanely just always on it.
Oh, that's where I got most of my hours
I've
in Animal
recovered,
Crossing.
thankfully, since then. But
Yeah, I was a big league addict during COVID. That was a bad time.
Yeah, for all of us. It was
But
dark.
yeah, but like it brought me to a great community. I met some awesome people through it. I'm sitting here now, which I'm very thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think that's like another thing that people really need to understand. It's like esports is not just about video games. It's not just sitting there playing a video game by yourself somewhere. It's like
Yeah.
it is a community and it's like a bonding thing. It's a team thing.
Yep.
And that's what I really enjoyed about it. And that's why I think a lot of people should care. Because like I understand like not every kid is gonna want to do sports.
100%.
But if you love video games and you want your kid to be in a team setting, esports
It's
is
there.
a great place to do it. And like I was saying earlier, like XP leagues, they have like what are they doing? 7 to 7 or like what is it? 8 to 12, 8 to 17?
17.
Yeah, I think it's 8 to 17 is their age range.
That's in Omaha.
That's up in Omaha.
Yep.
And they get kids driving from Lincoln to go do that because it is so important to them that they get that team bonding experience, that like communication skills that you get from being on like a team, especially
Mhm.
as like sports, which is a very like developmental thing for kids.
It's huge.
So it's another outlet for people, which I think is really important because I was never an athletic kid.
Yeah.
My parents tried.
Ah.
My parents
As
really,
they all
really
do.
tried.
Yeah.
And they would put me in things like judo. And I mean, it was entertaining, but I am not a big person. So it was a struggle. But I found my thing in like esports and
Yeah.
just being around video games and being around those people.
Yeah.
It's like that was my community, and having that kind of that safe space to
Yeah.
go and be a nerd was a blessing.
All the time.
I
Loving it.
gotta
Loving
love it. You know, like I like to sit there and just nerd out about things to people. I nerd out to Lexi about books now.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to say to my teammates when I was playing, I go, they're like, AG, what you gonna go play Halo or something? I say, yeah. I'm like, you're going to play golf.
what's so special?
What's so special
Yeah.
about me going to play Halo?
Yeah.
You know?
It's pastime.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm like, you're gonna go golf or hunt some deer. At least I'm actually not killing no real people or animals.
Yeah.
They're like, man, whatever. I'm
another
like,
hobby, too.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a hobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if I can add something too, like the team-based thing, we play online right now because we don't have a facility or anywhere to sit down.
Yet.
But even
Yes.
yet, right? That's coming very soon. But even so, like you bond so much with your teammates online. Like I played that was for a while this past semester during the competitive season. It was probably 5 hours a day that I was in the Discord call with the entire COD team.
Yep.
And that kind of we didn't even know each other in person until like May, when we did like the media day was the first time that we
Media day, and then
Media
when y'all
day?
did the
You guys met at
competition.
media
Yeah.
day? You guys
Media
had
day was the
such
first time that
good
we actually saw each
chemistry.
other in person. And then the second time was the playoffs when we sat in the College of Journalism and did it
studio.
there.
Yeah.
And then we were hooked on playing together like in person after that. And the third time we met was when we drove all the way to Fort Collins.
Oh,
That's
wow.
the third time that we had met.
Serious?
So
Oh
the
my
the
gosh.
bond you
I
can
did
make
not know that.
over Discord is just like you get to see him in person, and it's the same thing
Yes.
because you're just spending that much time together.
Locally too. I mean, you can become friends with people halfway across the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's
the
just-
best
A lot
part.
of my friends are like from Taiwan,
Mhm.
and I'm so jealous of them because they'll send me pictures of them traveling all the time. But it's like I met
I
these
wish.
people in League, and now they're like in Europe and just chilling casually. And it's like these are like some of my closest friends. Like I would invite them to my wedding. Like these
Oh,
people
there you go. Yeah.
probably like, well, some of them were like part of my life in like a really tough time, and video games were like that part of my life where socialization, like the only socialization I got.
Yeah.
So it's like having those friends there for you who would sit up on calls with you until like 4 a.m. and like kind of like help you talk through things and not feel so lonely. Like having those connections through video games is wild.
Yeah, and that's another thing a lot of people don't know is those connections. And like I know to piggyback on what Jaden was saying about the what was you saying? What did you just mention?
The
Like,
like college journalism.
So
or-
no, the in person stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
in-person.
That right there, that's so. I mean, that this big this makes sense to me. That's why we got to get this facility here. You know, for what you're already doing, literally offline or in your dorm room or an apartment. Very skeptical, sketchy internet monitors, whatever you're running your PC at. If you're overload, what's the not overload, overclocking
Yeah.
it, and y'all still getting it done. That's the part I'm so impressed about all y'all in here, and then the ones the kids, the players of the Nebraska club teams that are not here. From Eric when he's doing his community night every Saturday during the school year, and just whoever shows up, and he will do his registration. That commitment, so that's the part why people should care about it, because it's building, and you already mentioned it already. It's building that teamwork, camaraderie on why you're going to show up. Hey, I get to hang out with my new best friends, buds, and whoever, and we all play the same. We play this game here, or we play that game there. So that's the part I love about it, and this, to let people know if they want to help out in any sort of fashion here in the city, please do.
Yes,
We definitely would love
absolutely.
that.
We will
Yes.
take
Yeah.
any help we can get.
Yep, 100%. So I don't know.
know.
Were you done, Z, or
Uh,
passing on to
I
Lexi?
guess the last thing I was gonna say is like I have met some of like my best friends through this Discord and through video games and esports. And it's like before Nebraska esports, before I was like a big part of it, I wanted to get through college as quickly as possible. I was on the fast track, guys. I was gonna speed run college. That was my plan.
That's funny, right
I
there.
was gonna be in and out of here. I did not want to stay. And now I've delayed my graduation so I can be around
For
here.
another major, though, right? Or-
I'm considering like switching my major.
Correct, yeah.
But I ended up finding this community and loving my college experience. Like it changed my entire college experience, which is so like different for me because I never thought I'd make friends. I was like, I'm not gonna even deal with it. Like I don't even want to bother with it. And now I meet with like my friends daily for lunch during school, and I miss it so much. But like I'm so happy I got to meet these people in this community, and it has made college worth it.
Nice.
So like that's another huge thing of like if your kid is scared about going to college, that they're not gonna like find anyone. There's definitely someone out there for you.
Yep.
There's definitely a group out there. There's a lot of weirdos.
It's college.
Take caution.
It's college.
Yeah, take that with a grain of salt. But
Yes. Yeah.
like you'll usually like if I found my people, I'm sure other people can too.
Definitely.
So that's all I have.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that got me really into esports is more the production and advertising side of things. Because you can do, I mean, like looking and talking to people at like PlayStation and stuff like that, like they're constantly seeking like graphic designers and artists and stuff like that. So you can do anything from designing a game to literally like doing the video side of it and like managing big tournaments like online and have them streaming to even like managing a team or like doing social media for a team or something. Like there's so many different ways that like if you're not
Coaching.
into coaching.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're not into playing, like I'm not the biggest competitor. I wouldn't say that I could compete on the actual esports team, but I can get but I can get involved in other ways.
I will
like
push you a little bit.
comedian.
I'll push you a little bit.
We'll have some house games. We'll have some
Yeah.
house
Yeah.
games.
I'll play a couple of games. I'll see what. Oh, this is it. Yeah.
Time to brush off.
It's time to brush off again.
Yeah, dust everything off, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's just so many other ways, and like I mean, you can even stream on Twitch yourself, like just with a crappy webcam.
Yeah.
You don't have to be good.
You don't have to be
And
good
don't
at
forget-
playing games to compete in games or be involved in games in some aspect. It's just whatever you like doing. Like I'm a journalism major, so I like doing more the advertising and the production side of things, and that's what I've got myself involved in, and I've fallen in love with it, and I want to continue doing. So I mean, that's why I care about esports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if somebody share those same
Mhm.
qualities on why
Yeah.
you care, Lexi, they can. They can also be like, oh, I could help out in some in any way possible. So Z, did you have? Were you done, Lexi? Okay. Z, I know you have a list of questions because you were
I
up till
do.
4 a.m. last night.
I was
coming up with questions.
very excited and very
You're anxious.
about this.
It was like first day of school. Anxious.
Yeah, so
yes.
a little bit. You know, it's like right before you have to present a project like for your school, and like I've worked on this for like months type of feeling. Like I've been looking up to this for like a while now, and I'm like I just want to be as prepared as possible. So I stayed up until 4 a.m. Writing out questions so I could make sure we had
Man.
things to talk about.
That's insane.
That's amazing.
All right. So I mean, the next one I have a question which is like it's a little bit weird, but I wanted to like ask what made you guys interested in like this industry like of esports? Because we're all here for a
Okay.
reason. We're all here to
Mm.
talk about esports, you know?
Yeah.
So then like what about the industry really like grasps you and like kind of makes you interested?
Yeah,
So
okay.
I was like, I think this is a Lexi question to
Yeah,
start.
Lexi, you go.
I've already got
All right,
this going.
all right.
So I think the
Okay.
biggest thing was that like growing up, I didn't have a group of girls to play games with. So like when I was playing games, I was kind of lucky to grow up in grew up in a circle where there was a bunch of girls and their older brothers played games, and we would occasionally play games.
Yeah, I've
but
heard that a
then-
lot. Yep.
But then when I got older into like high school, middle school, like none of my friends played video games, and so I was kind of having to like hovel myself in and like make it not known that I was playing video games because it was like kind of weird for like a girl back in I don't know, at least like where I was growing up, it was weird for a girl to be playing video games. And so
Yeah,
like
in a
I
lot of
wanted to get
places, a lot of
involved
places.
because there's not like women are just starting to kind of break through in the gaming industry, and like we still experience harassment and discrimination in video games. It's very
All
common.
the
That's why I don't go on voice chat at all
Yeah.
ever.
Smart.
Yeah,
Very smart.
it's sad,
And so,
but
like,
smart.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, and so like the main reason why I wanted to get involved because I want to like show more girls or just people in general that like we're trying to destigmatize video games and we're trying to break down those barriers of harassment and like show other people that are kind of being discriminatory towards anybody that it's not okay, and that hopefully with me getting involved and other people getting involved that like we can just cut that down entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll probably be
I like
a
that.
good thing to cut out.
Yeah,
Oh
just a
yeah,
little bit,
just
you
a
know?
little bit.
100% good
Yeah.
thing to
It's
cut
just
out.
like, and I like honestly, our club is a lot more progressive than a lot of places.
Definitely is. Yeah.
Our last 2 presidents have been girls. A lot of the leadership are female. Like we have a big, not like huge, but like we have a decently big like membership that is female and like that are active.
And that's great. Yeah.
Which is awesome, and it's so exciting to see that in the like the sphere because that is a big thing. Is like the nasty things I have been called and told
Yeah.
on League alone.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's rough.
Or even
Like,
just
it
in
is-
person.
Like,
It is
like,
a
yeah.
it is a war
Like,
zone out
people-
there.
I'll like, oh yeah, I play League, and they're like, oh, so you support me?
Literally. And like maybe I am, but like it doesn't mean that you should like
What if I am? Like that doesn't matter.
It doesn't mean that like I
But
do.
like, and then I'd like play an assassin character, and they'd be like shocked.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Or
"Well,
or they're
I
like
doing damage too.
Yeah.
or like
I like to win.
or they just like don't
Yeah.
understand that like, you can be
Like to get a
knowledgeable about
headshot.
these subjects or like or have an interest in them for some reason.
Yeah. And that's like that's another thing is like I'll hear people talking about video games, and I'm like, should I talk? Should I like join
Yeah,
this
should I?
conversation, or
Yeah.
like am I about to get like scorned?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's rough in the community right now. It's just, I mean, it's not the best place. You
But I
just
mean, you can always find
toxicity in
that
general wise, like
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
crazy place.
But like, I mean, to challenge it, we gotta start doing something.
Yeah, you
True.
gotta do
know?
what you're doing to
So,
challenge
like,
it.
That's what I kind of do. It's like, listen, like, I don't care. I'm gonna be going to do my own thing.
Yep,
You know,
that's what you
And
do.
like I'm gonna be successful.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I'm just gonna prove them wrong.
So.
It's like, or I 1v1 them.
Yeah,
There
that's how
you
you do
go.
it. 1v1 me, you know.
well,
Go back to MW2.
Yeah, I definitely.
Rust.
They ask me, you know, like,
Yeah.
like 1v1. I'll beat you. Like, you're just getting help. Okay, I did get beat by one freshman.
Oh no.
But that's because he spends all of his time on the league, and I was like,
Ah.
I'm rusty, man.
Yeah, that's rough. With freshmen, they don't have the time management skills down yet either, so they're spending all their time on
To be fair,
what they enjoy instead of class.
He's an impressive player. Shout out to Kenny from SSC. But like, I'll keep a eye out. Maybe I'll scout him.
Ah, there you go.
Hey, yeah.
Colin?
What was the question?
What was the question? Yeah.
The question is, what makes you interested in like the?
Well,
esports
what makes
industry?
me interested? I was born a natural gamer in my
Yeah.
Controller in
I
hand.
grew up. I played. I like first started playing in like my parents' basement. You know, okay, that sounds a bit cliche, but I
Well,
was also 5. I didn't really have a choice.
yeah, that's
There
kind
you
of
go.
I got into gaming with like DS and Nintendo and that kind of stuff.
I forgot about. What type of DS did you have?
DS XL. Big
Oh.
chunk
Oh,
of wood.
wow. Yep, I had that. I had the XL.
Yeah, it was fun. I played a lot of Pokemon and Mario and that kind of stuff. But then I really started kicking myself off when I got into like console gaming and stuff,
Mhm.
especially when playing like Overwatch and stuff. That's when I really got hammered.
2015, right? 14.
15.
15?
I want to say, yeah.
That's when I really got hammered into like the competitive scene and stuff.
I like your adjectives. I
That's-
love your adjectives.
That's a way to say it.
It's very descriptive.
Yeah, I love them.
I don't know. That's also where I met a lot of friends. Okay, were they best, like the best influences? Okay, were they my age? Most of the time, not. But I
Good
made
point.
friends. Okay, it's one of the best feelings. You know, maybe you don't know these guys too well. You go home, you get on, you play with a whole bunch of these random guys. You know, ranging from like 18 to like 52.
Yeah.
And like you just have a good time
True.
because there's not that roadblock, there's not that awkwardness. I don't know. You're just there to enjoy the game. You
Yeah.
don't really care who you're gaming with as long
good
as they're
point.
As long as they're decent, you know.
Yep.
yeah, as long as they're decent. If they're throwing, actually, you know, it's fun to throw
That was
too.
like decent, like attitude.
I've
That's
never
more-
played with throwers.
Really? Oh my god.
Really?
Never.
Never?
I take that back.
You're blessed for that
Just
one.
recently, yeah. Just recently, I had this dude kept running off the map on Halo, committing suicide. I was like, come on, man.
Man, that's rough.
I know.
Yeah, that's annoying, but it's like fun when like you're like trolling throwing. If you have
It's
a
like
group
you're
of 5,
having fun.
if you have a group
So-
of 5 and you're having fun with it, I
So
don't
define
care.
real quick. Define trolling.
Divine
'Cause
trolling.
That's an esports.
Yeah, you.
Uh,
That's
so
term.
there's like a
Yeah,
so like say you're like playing like a football game, right?
Yep.
Touchdown over there, you run the opposite way. You're trolling your team.
Just
Oh
for
my
giggles.
gosh.
Yeah, it's just
for
like a.
giggles.
It's like it's just so ridiculous. No one would do it,
Yeah,
but you're gonna do it anyway.
exactly.
I've
Yeah.
definitely had a few of the league players troll my games.
Yeah.
It just happens sometimes. It's what happens when you lose your mental in games
Yep.
because it feels like, oh, there's no repercussions to this. Let me just start inting down mid lane.
Inting.
Start killing, have the enemy team kill me over and over and over again without me putting up a fight.
Inting is intentionally
Feeding.
your
Your
feeding the other
opponent.
team kills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your opponent.
It's like you're allowing them to score on you.
There you go.
And like games like League of Legends, feeding is really bad because you're handing over the enemy team gold over and over
Yeah, you
again
can't
so that
do
you
that.
build items.
You cannot
Say in, like
give up
Overwatch.
that gold.
I don't think in Overwatch is
Oh,
as bad. saying
I
they
mean,
can't-
especially if you
but you're
break up
feeding
the
alt charge.
well, if you break up the enemy team, or like if you break up a team and then you just have like one person run in at a single time and like you don't group up
Yeah,
back together,
yeah.
then you're really feeding because you're not like grouping up instead of you just.
Which
going
is what my
one-on-one.
friends do. It drives me
Yeah.
insane.
In other words, Leroy Jenkins.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
Except that was successful. So
Sometimes it's like really unintentional though. So like you're playing
Yeah.
Reinhardt, you charge straight into the team. You know, like
Reinhardt's
Yeah, when
are
you
the-
do
no,
his
no, no,
charge,
okay.
yeah.
What really bugs me in Overwatch is when Reinhardt's charge in and you as a support are like, don't go in, and they just like go in and you're like, well, I'm not gonna go after you, like you're just gonna die. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get slipped. You're gonna get slept, and I'm not gonna save you.
it's the life of a tank main. Okay, you go in,
Yeah.
Unless I'm a Mercy, I'm not going in after you.
you
because
go
I
in,
can't get away quick
you
enough.
take damage, you die. That's
Even
what
then,
you do.
even then,
Nah, you're a
sometimes.
tank.
You're a
yeah, you're a tank. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but you have to be mindful of where everybody else
Yeah.
is.
You can still be strategic about being a tank.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not competitive in Overwatch. Let me have fun with my Reinhardt, all right?
Okay,
Let me have fun with
okay,
Ryan.
okay.
I'm just trying to swing that big hammer, all right?
Honestly, he does look very fun.
Yeah, he is really
He
fun.
is so fun to play.
I don't
You
play
talking about
Overwatch.
Reinhardt?
Reinhardt?
favorite?
Reinhardt?
Reinhardt,
Yeah,
the
that's
big
that was
man.
my
Big man,
main.
hammer,
My tank
giant
main.
shield.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm stuck in Moira.
Oh, that's
Oh, no.
Okay, that's a bit gross.
I Lifeweaver? No.
Ooh.
I'm really in the Sigma right now. I just like
I love
throwing.
Sigma.
I like throwing my boulders. I like throwing my balls. I like lifting people. It's just really fun.
Okay, do you like Ramattra or no?
I love
Okay,
Ramattra,
good,
bro.
good.
Go punching through people's shields is the most enjoyable thing
Yes.
ever.
Mhm.
Putting an aura around you and it's like, oh, you will all suffer, and then there's
I
a
just
running in.
like watching
can't
Overwatch
beat
shields
me.
break. I don't know. It's like it's satisfying to see the cracks,
Mm-hmm.
but then also it's terrifying when you're the one behind it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh shoot.
So you got any more to add,
Got any
Colin?
more? I don't know. I was just going through my gaming journey. I mean, like in like high school and stuff. That's when like
There we
Keep
go.
going.
that's when,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
high
yeah.
school. That's when like I like started like so I helped. So like we so esports wasn't even a thing when I got into high school.
high
It was
school?
like it was Gretna High School.
Gretna.
So it was
Okay.
like tech.
Oh,
It was
okay,
tech club. Okay.
Tech. Yeah.
And like
that's
no
a
one
lot
went.
of-
No one went.
Or
And
lab,
Miss Ingram
the lab.
like gave us the idea one day. She was like, "Hey, let's start an esports team." So then, like at the end of the year, we started an esports team, and then we were able to get like an Overwatch team and stuff set up. I
Nice.
wasn't able to play because I was poor. I don't have a PC, but then my
Okay.
dad bought me a PC anyway. So,
There you
anyways,
go.
they
Shout
played
out.
through the first semester. Shout out to my father, and
Yeah.
then
I love it.
then I'm able to join them. I'm really able to feel what esports is all about when I get into that first part of Overwatch, and then
Mhm.
I end up playing Overwatch for like the next 3 years, which
There you go.
was detrimental to my health. But you know,
Mentally
skip
or
that right
physically?
now.
We can unpack that later.
yeah,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
unpack that later. But basically, yeah, it really showed me that. As long I also got to play Hearthstone. I was the only Hearthstone player. I wonder why, but it's a hard game. I got third place, and wait, no, I got fourth and third place in Hearthstone State. So
Wait, how did you get both?
well, it was 2 different states.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I
Oh,
was
okay,
like,
that makes sense.
no, you just got both of the
It
same.
was Iowa and Nebraska or
Wait,
Kansas?
where did you?
It was
Just
state,
in-state,
just
so, like,
Nebraska.
just
State.
Nebraska.
Oh.
But
It was 2 different
Oh,
tournaments.
Right, because you
Oh,
played Hearthstone
yeah.
for
Gotcha. I was like,
multiple
wait a
years.
minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, what
I
did you
got
play?
like second place
I
in
was
league.
like, oh, wait,
We got
what?
second place in Overwatch.
Oh,
Never
you're
got
gonna
first
roll
place, which
somewhere
I thought
else
was
in
pretty
another
sad,
state.
but-
And
Yeah, just
No.
rolled in, decided to play.
all right.
No, but it was a really good time though, and we were able to build up like a huge esports scene at Gretna, so we were able to get like
Nice.
grants and stuff. Now
They're
we have
kind
a
of
whole
a
bunch of
powerhouse,
PCs.
yeah.
Yep.
Our Overwatch team got flown down to Dallas to play
Yeah,
there.
they
Yeah, that was
did.
cool.
That was
Oh,
super
when
cool.
this year or a couple
This
years?
year.
This year,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, they
Gretna
were-
was there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Gretna was there.
Oh, in the thing I went to.
yeah, Texas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gretna
They
was
were
there,
playing
yeah.
Overwatch.
Gretna was in Arlington.
Yep.
right?
So I thought that was like really.
They had 2
cool.
of them though. They had the week I went. Then they did have something the week before.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I thought
They
it was
did.
still that.
might have
Yeah,
been that.
I found that out when I got
Yeah,
there.
they went-
I was
they
gonna
went
told me
say,
the
like,
story.
I
was
was,
so disappointed.
yeah,
in
it's
them.
gonna hurt. Yeah.
I was like, what? It was one last week.
Yeah, you should have saw. Gretna's pretty cool.
I was so not
Gretna
happy.
did
Yeah.
very well.
I did not like
Basically, and then after that, go into college. I meet some weirdos, and then I forced myself into marketing and stuff because I was
He
like,
said
"Hey, I
force.
need to like connect to like people, you know." So I connected to people, and now I'm here.
There you are. Yeah.
So
I
that's what the cool thing about esports. You can really do whatever you want, and there'll be a group for you. There'll
Yeah.
be a category.
100%.
You'll have a fun time.
Well, speaking of marketing, sorry.
Oh, no.
Like,
Here we go.
well, just like, there's been so many connections that I've made that I've just like reached out on Twitter, and I've seen that like, there's like just this developer and on like a say Insomniac or something. I just reach out to them and they'll just like answer questions that I have. Like even if they're like the best of the best in the industry, they're still gonna respond to you on Twitter because they also know how it feels to be like a kid and have no idea how to get into the industry, just anything in the industry. So people are really just welcoming and people
Absolutely.
have open arms. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been connected with so many people
Mhm.
through Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter.
Yep.
I still use Facebook, guys. Believe it or not.
I don't know how you can use it. It's
Um,
terrible.
What about MySpace?
I
Oh, yeah. I think I got a
I don't
MySpace.
use MySpace, but it's like it's so shocking how open these developers and these people in the industry are willing to talk to you. Because I regularly interact with one of the main VFX artists at Riot.
Yeah, you told me that.
Because
yeah.
he's just like so nice and I love talking to him. There's also this dude who used to work for Activision that I talk to a lot because he's just so friendly. Shout out to
Yeah.
Kyle. Love
Yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah.
But it's just like that's so cool that like other gamers are also realizing like, hey, like there are kids out there who want to be part of this too. Let's help them out. Like it's not
Yeah.
this like closed off industry. It's very much so we're not doing the industry secrets thing.
Yeah.
We
Gotcha.
want people to be there. It's like
Yeah.
a very open, creative space.
Yeah, it's not very gate kept at all.
No.
Yeah.
Good. We want
Yeah.
that.
Which is good.
Alexi, you want to take us to break?
Oh yeah,
Well,
sure.
yeah,
Oh.
go on.
Yeah, come
Okay.
on.
All right, we'll be right back after this break.
There you go.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account with Liberty First Credit Union and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your checking account online or stop into our Lincoln location locations or sorted Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
Keisei Tamanaga is returning to Nebraska. Just elevates the ceiling of what Nebraska basketball can be this upcoming year. This feels good. Nebraska basketball feels good going into this.
When you think of Keisei Tominagi, you think of three, right? And obviously he shot 40% from 3-point range this last season. Just a highlight waiting to happen with him. And I believe that his cuts off the ball on the offensive end and his ability to finish quickly, you just catches it and finishes it all in one motion. I think that's going to be extremely important for him.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you searching for a helping hand in life? Look no further. Integrated Behavioral Health Services is your answer. They're your compassionate, trusted partners committed to guiding you from challenges to triumphs. Their licensed professionals offer personalized therapy for individuals, couples, and families. At IBHS, the focus is you. Experience a life-changing transformation in an environment tailored to your unique needs. Visit ibhealthservices.com today and take that first step towards a brighter future. Discover the power of healing with Integrated Behavioral Health Services. You're not alone. Let them walk this journey with you.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nats Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit afraidtosweat.com now. Nats Detasseling, where hard work meets good times.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness. And now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company. And with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In the call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
This is Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is Lexi Carollo. I'm the social media manager for the esports team.
I'm Z. I'm the Nebraska Esports Club president.
I'm Colin, and I'm the outreach officer and Hearthstone game manager.
I'm Jaden. I'm the Call of Duty game manager.
And I'm Coach Green, coach, director of esports, lecturer as well, intro to esports and intro to sports media in the fall as well, coming up. So full fall schedule.
Got a lot on his plate.
What was that?
I'll see you in the fall. I'm taking both of those.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
We'll have
And
fun.
we are continuing our conversation about what kind of got us into esports or why we think it's important.
Like what
Cool.
makes the industry interesting to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. What was the last question?
what makes this industry interesting to you? So like Jaden, it's your turn. We went over.
Cool. Yeah. So I guess I'll just kind of go over like a quick not survey, but like a quick overview of like my gaming journey. And shout out to my mom. She got me into it like really young. I'm talking like 5 maybe.
Ooh,
and I was
yeah.
playing like some stuff on the PS1. That was that was a good time. And then it was like a PlayStation 2 for a long time. And then shout out to my dad. I was 9 years old and I got to play Call of Duty, and I've been playing Call of Duty since.
One of my
so
nieces was
Dad,
able to do that.
Thank
too.
you for that.
Yeah.
So shout out to him, because I mean, then I got to play Call of Duty with my stepbrother, and we'd constantly play like offline against each other. I'd play against other siblings, and I mean, I wasn't the best, but you know, like,
You're good.
Yeah,
I say now.
yeah.
I've seen you play.
Yeah.
Give yourself some credit. You're
Okay.
good.
I appreciate that. Yeah. But and then I got so hooked in Destiny in high school that I kind of stopped playing COD after like Black Ops 3. But then once I got to high school, my friends and I would set up like these Call of Duty Zombies tournaments, and we would host them in like church basements or wherever we could actually like get everybody to bring their TVs and controllers.
Yep.
And
That's how it goes.
you know, that'd be like a get up at 8, get some breakfast with the other guys, and then you go to wherever you're going, and then it's like all the way till 2 a.m. the next morning. Because we were doing high round tournaments. So it's like,
When you say
3
high
hours
round,
for
is
a
that
run.
high money or
No. So in Zombies, like the scale for who won was who could go to the highest round.
Oh,
without
because
failing.
hordes.
Yeah,
'cause the hordes are coming.
Yeah, it's the
Gotcha,
horde mode,
gotcha.
like Zombies, where each round it gets harder and harder. So we get to
played a lot of those.
We'd agree on what map we wanted to choose, and then if it's like Mob of the Dead, that takes probably 3.5 hours to get to
That's when
round
Zombies
50.
was fun. It's a
That
little
that was
different now.
golden age. Like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 was like golden age Zombies. So that was when I was really into COD on that end. And then I dropped COD again from like for a few more years. And then my second year in college, because I've been playing off and on, I went to the club fair at the beginning of the year and saw the esports club, and I decided to sign up. And then Zyphos, Caden, he was the game manager before me, said he was doing tryouts, and I was like, well, this is the only game here that like I know. Like I don't, at that point I hadn't even played like Overwatch. I never have played League. I don't want to.
Don't do it.
Trust me, you don't have to tell
We're
me.
playing.
But
We'll play.
yeah, so I got really interested then, and from then it's been like a slippery slope to where now I co-manage with Sully, who's a great friend and teammate. And so we take care of everything now. We're trying to set up like a tournament for next season. Hopefully when we get that facility set up, we can set up, we can kind of figure out how many teams we want for that. But yeah, so I mean, it's just been kind of like one thing after the other. But shout out to my mom and dad to getting me into gaming, even though my dad wasn't really a big gamer. He just saw that I liked it a lot and kind of supported it a little bit at least. So yeah.
A little support goes a long way.
Yeah.
A long way. So
Especially with younger kids, like that's, I think parents being involved, and that's where XP League kind of comes in too, is that like, even if you're a parent and you have no idea like how to get started or how to support your kid, you can take them to like a camp like XP League where they can have that support and have people that already have knowledge and kind of help them.
Oh
guide
yeah,
them
there's
that
also
way.
just like that perental fear of video games too.
Yeah.
That kind of comes along. It's
Yeah, that was a huge thing.
Yeah, that's
like, for me.
Yeah, that's full disclosure right there. Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was a huge. I mean, it's crazy how fast it's kind of grown too. Because if I was at any age for the XP League now, I mean that's completely different from when I was anywhere in any of those age ranges, even a few years ago. Like just thinking about how quickly it's all kind of exploded, especially in Nebraska. It's kind of been going on the coasts for a while, but it's finally
Coast and the
making its way
South,
here. Yeah, the South has been pretty big on it, but
Well, I
finally
also-
getting it here.
I also feel like people that are becoming parents nowadays probably grew up playing video games too.
That's true.
So like you have this whole generation of parents that grew up playing video games, and they understand video games so that they know how to look out for their children and look out for signs of like bullying or harassment or something. They can be
Mhm.
more knowledgeable and aware versus like you have this whole other generation like my parents' age where like they didn't have, I mean they had video games but it wasn't really as big as it was, so they were like more fearful of it, like, oh well, these things can happen. And also social media and the media goes into fear mongering, but that's a whole different other topic.
I've
of just not
actually-
being informed.
Yeah,
too.
I've done a lot of research on that topic.
There's a lot of
I
it.
wrote like a research paper and everything. It's like, and like back to XP leagues, by the way, for like the parental part of it, they don't just coach your kids. Like they actually just recently hosted a Fortnite 101 class for parents to teach them.
I love that.
To teach them what
That's interesting.
Fortnite is.
Yeah.
And also what
I
I was
mentioned
talking.
that for us.
Yeah,
you know,
I was
doing that
talking
here.
with Noah, and apparently, so when he casts for XP leagues, it's very different when he casts for us. Noah helps cast a lot of things for League, and so when he's casting for XP leagues for parents, he goes into detail about everything. So like this person is leveling up their ability. That means they have 3 abilities now instead of just the 2. Like, and it's going deeply into like every single detail because parents don't know that.
They don't.
We can automatically like
Majority
assume,
of parents don't
you
know
know.
that. Yeah, majority.
And so I guess I should say majority. Like now it's getting different. I was adopted, so my parents were like 40 and 50, and so like video games are not a thing in my household. Very so
and
like
then being in the Midwest too, like you said, it's
Yeah.
That's fair.
on the coast,
yeah.
stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah.
and I mean, we even came from California. It's just like we did nothing but Nintendo. That was our rule. Like we only had Nintendo in our
Nintendo
house.
has really great marketing to where they marketed
It's
themselves as a family
family-friendly.
company.
Yeah.
So that
So they done a good
like,
job at
the
that.
Wii and
It's true.
everything.
So that was like interesting to see is like how they're involving parents because I never considered like trying to educate the parents because it's like I've tried and sit down with my parents like listen look this is why this game is
yeah
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they know what the Nintendo knows, as any business person knows, where if you're in that industry to cater to children,
Yep.
that you gotta go through the parents. So you get the children attached or addicted to it in a clearer sense of a word.
Yeah.
And then they'll be, I say, harassing mom and dad, buy me this, buy me that, until they get tired of it, and eventually they go buy it. You know, so that's how.
And every
that's how that
Nintendo
works.
game, it's very tame. I mean, there's nothing
Oh,
like
yeah.
violent or
Yep,
anything happening.
true.
Well,
True.
I mean, have you ever played Mario
Smash,
Party? That can get kind of violent.
I wouldn't even say
Super Smash Bros is teen. It's rated teen for cartoon violence.
Yeah.
well, and even the
I
violent
love-
games
That's
are like
barely.
I love cartoon violence. That's
Cartoon
hilarious.
violence.
That's crazy.
I remember reading the ratings on it.
I remember being able to play a shooter on the Wii though. Like I don't know if it was like
They had Call of Duty.
They did add Call of Duty.
That was the wonkiest experience
It was.
I've ever
I
had.
played that one
trying
time, and I
to
was
play
like,
with
I'm
a
not
Wii
doing this no
remote.
more.
Yeah, you had to like
I am not
wave it
playing
around
Call
on the
of Duty.
screen. Like the pacing was so much
At that
different.
point, you
Well,
just
no, I mean they have the controller, like the actual like handheld controller that you could plug in.
Yeah.
too.
True.
like
With
a-
like
I
a
didn't know that,
GameCube.
but you want to
Yeah,
try it with the
yeah.
Wii one.
Well,
That's the fun.
At
That's
that
the fun
point,
of
I
having
know.
a
Okay,
Wii.
if you
Yeah.
okay, what they should have done for that for Wii, Nintendo, hit me up.
Ah.
They should have. So they make all of those attachments for all of their other games. They have like a baseball bat. They have a driving wheel.
have, like, the
Make a
gun.
gun.
Yeah.
They had one.
They
They
have one
did.
for
They
COD.
did.
Did they make one for?
They had
They
one.
make one
made
for
Yeah.
COD?
No, not for
No, not for COD. It
Well,
was
they
just,
should've
it was
made
for the
one
hunting.
for
Yeah,
COD.
big game hunter.
I have the
Yeah.
orange gun.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah,
too.
we had
I got
one.
two
No,
of them.
they should have made one.
Yeah.
Because they had like the nunchuck in the stock kind of,
Yeah, they should have
Yep,
made
it
one
was-
for
and then
COD.
the wand was in the barrel, so like you
Yeah.
slot them
I
in,
think that
and then
sounds like
yeah.
it should make sense to me.
I mean,
It
they
was
have
really
like
cool.
the VR games now where they do.
That's
have,
true.
knows a lot about this, but like the VR games where like it's like, there's like this one game company to where you can like go in. It's like a big like VR studio kind of, and you can go in and they have like maps of like laid out like a maze.
Oh,
basically.
yeah,
And it's basically
laid
just like
out
a
in the
shooter
room. Yeah.
that you can just go in, but there's actual walls and stuff. So if you hit a wall, or so like if there's a wall right next to you in VR, there's a wall right there, so you would hit into it. Like it's like an actual thing.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
They like
Yeah.
set
Yeah,
up like
that's
the general
interesting.
terrain.
the general
Yeah.
terrain of the game that you're playing, so that you can actually
and,
like
imagine.
walk.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like laser tag, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
That's
You're,
actually
you're
so
like
fun.
playing laser tag with your friends in VR,
Yeah.
which is also super fun.
So is that the person they mentioned?
Oh.
Oh, okay. So Notorious Bib
Mhm.
or BIB has a question for all of
What's
us.
the question?
It's
Okay.
a great question. It's an
Let
easy
me see.
question.
Let me see the question.
It is what is your favorite system?
Oh,
Oh, man.
Easy. Where y'all
Oh
start?
boy. Okay.
Since
start
you-
with
yeah,
me.
you go.
yeah.
Let's
Start with me.
start on that end.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go consoles, I'm gonna choose PlayStation. Just because I mean, if for no other reason, the games, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, PC just runs everything most of the time better. If it's like a port, which is like if you take like God of War and put it on PC, sometimes those can be buggy. So sometimes there's some stuff there or some like compatibility stuff. But if we're going just strictly on consoles,
Yeah.
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Crowlin.
I'm
didn't grow up with PlayStation. I grew up with Xbox, but like
There you
I don't
go.
know. I'm kind of a fan of the Xbox 360, but that's just
yeah.
because my
that's
family we
iconic.
bought a Kinect, and just
Yep.
watching people try to
Kinects
play
are
with the Kinect
so
was probably one of my
fun.
Just Dance on the Kinect was
Oh, yeah.
another
Just Dance.
level.
You're playing those
Yes.
Kinect games.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we get one of those?
I have
I
one
still
in my
have one.
apartment.
I have
an
one.
Xbox One.
Can we play Just
Oh, like-
Dance?
I think we're thinking in the lounge. We get like
Yeah,
get
I
like
could
a
bring
Kinect
one
and
of
we just
mine.
Let's do
get some
it. That's
Just Dance
fun.
14.
But like the
Yeah.
Kinect sports are so fun.
Yes.
That too.
Connect football, connect like skiing. I love just like trying to like
What
I
about
don't know.
the Connect Adventures where it's like
That's what I love.
Yes.
That was so fun.
And they had Wipeout.
Yeah.
Oh, Wipeout was really fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those were all just so fun. My
All right,
favorite-
Z, your turn.
Yeah.
Boy. See, I didn't grow up with a lot of consoles. I didn't grow up with a PC. I have a very big soft spot for my DS Lite.
There you go.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's-
I love
that
my
counts.
DS Lite. It's the last DS that could take a Game Boy cartridge, which is we had a ton of those. So I played Fire Emblem. I can't remember which
I remember
one.
that. I remember that.
I
They
played
had the color,
Pokemon.
like
We had-
red and blue
yeah,
and stuff like that.
we had
yeah.
like we had Pokemon Blue and like we had like a Pikachu yellow one. I remember that, and like then I would also the most infuriating DS game I ever played
No.
Uh-oh.
was the GeForce DS game.
That
Oh, the
sucked.
racing game.
That was a terrible game.
The racing game, right?
No,
So bad.
GeForce. Do you know what the movie
hamster?
GeForce?
Was it the
Like-
it was like
Yeah.
guinea
The
pigs.
gerbils. Like
So
the
it was guinea pigs.
like
They're
hamsters,
guinea
guinea
pigs.
pigs. Guinea
Oh,
pigs.
yeah.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
bad. My
Yeah.
bad.
So it's like the spy movie, but it's guinea pigs.
I remember
Yeah.
that. Yes,
They
yes.
made-
I
Such a
do remember
niche,
that movie.
such a niche game,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
so
They
bad.
They made a DS game, and it was
Oh.
not kid friendly.
That
It
was
was
terrible.
so hard to play, and I got so frustrated that
You were raging. It sounded like you were
I
raging.
was like 7
That was-
and like screaming
That
at my
was,
TV.
that was your toxicity, like. starting
That's where it
point.
started, guys. This is where it's been there all along.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I
that's
think my
hilarious.
brother and I like literally refused to touch that game cartridge. We banished
Just
it
put it.
somewhere.
It said.
So like,
there.
but that is like my fondest memories are on that DS Lite playing Picto Chat with my brother.
Oh
I remember
yeah.
Picto Chat. I didn't play it, but I knew of it. My kids had
It
it.
was fun.
Yeah.
So like stuff
Yeah,
like
that's a fun
that.
time.
That's my like nostalgic. That's why it's like my heart goes out
Nice.
to that one.
This is
All right,
also
Lexi.
hard because I grew up playing Wii, probably like most kids. So I
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
have a soft spot for that. And then I got my DSi, right? DSi,
The one
yeah.
with the first one with the camera.
The camera that was
Yeah,
really cool.
that's true.
But I
One of my
definitely,
daughters had that.
I definitely have a
Then they
soft
broke
spot for my Xbox One and my Switch. Just because the Switch was like the one that I bought that like with my own money. It was the first console that
Yeah.
I bought with my own money, and it was also handheld,
Yeah.
so it was really nice just to have, and also Animal
you can,
Crossing.
Like, you can like curl up somewhere with the.
Curl up somewhere. But
Yeah.
then Xbox One was the first. So my Xbox One came with Call of Duty Ghosts on it, and that was the
Nice.
first time of really playing like a first-person shooter ever. So I feel like I really have a soft spot for that,
The
and also
Xbox One.
Call of Duty Ghosts, which I know is like the worst game. in
No,
Call
it's
of
actually
Duty.
it's a good game.
Thank
Ghosts-
you. I love
okay.
Call of Duty Ghosts.
Ghosts is actually probably I'd say like B tier. It's
Okay.
like, oh man,
I'd say it
because
was
I mean
big.
it had to follow up Black Ops 2,
Mhm.
and you can't do that
That's a tough
realistically.
act to follow.
You can't actually follow up Black Ops 2, but
Like,
it
wasn't a
was. I
bad
mean, the
game.
campaign was really nice.
Yeah.
Like it was a fun game for the
yeah.
story.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Zombies was really fun. I think.
it like the Extinction.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was really cool. I remember
really-
playing that.
I really enjoyed Black Ops 1, actually. I
Same.
played that a whole bunch.
Same.
And Black Ops 3. I never
Ah.
played Black Ops 2. I skipped it entirely.
Really,
Ah.
you skipped the best of the trilogy.
Yeah, I played Ghost. I played Advanced Warfare.
That is.
I played just about.
I
all
am
of them,
I am shocked and appalled
Whoa.
almost.
I've never played 2,
That
so I
is-
never understood the love for it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna we're gonna head
Yeah.
off to a
Oh, who's-
break here.
oh, I guess Z
Okay,
taking it.
yeah, you
I'm
take
gonna
it.
take it
Yeah.
here, guys. Okay.
You're
I'm
pointing
gonna-
at me. I'm like, what are we doing? Yeah.
Jada, but
So,
Z
yeah,
take it.
We gotta like head off to a break and hear some from our sponsors here. We'll be right back after that.
Nice.
Celebrate the start of June in style with two great drinking events in Lincoln. First, this Friday, come down to Beer House's grand opening as they show off their expansion to double the size of their building. The party starts at 3 p.m. with live polka music starting at 7. And on Saturday, make plans to head on over to Sideshow Spirits and Cider for the first annual Nebraska Whiskey Carnival. Enjoy local distilleries and their spirits, food vendors, and more. Event starts at 3 p.m. Buy your tickets ahead of time at SideshowSpirits.com. Picture a hot summer day, sun blazing in the fields as far as the eye can see. Now imagine you're a teenager making bank, all while enjoying the great outdoors. Welcome to Nat's Detasseling Inc., where they're not afraid to sweat. This summer, join the Nats team for an unforgettable experience. Forge friendships, learn responsibility, and earn money. Visit notafraidtosweat.com now. Nats to Tasling, where hard work meets good times. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Husker fans, this is Matt Davison with the 1890 Initiative. You've probably heard about NIL, name, image, and likeness, and now you can have an immediate impact on the success of our programs. The 1890 Initiative is Nebraska's premier NIL company, and with your help, we can maximize our student athletes' opportunities with NIL and prepare them for life after college. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics. Let's do the same with NIL. To learn more, visit 1890nebraska.com, where 100% of your donation goes directly to Husker student athletes. That's 1890nebraska.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, all honest answers.
Up your kitchen game with Kituna. With experienced, creative, and dedicated technicians on their team, Jason, Ron, and the team bring your kitchen dreams to life. Say goodbye to outdated spaces and hello to a personalized kitchen that will make you the friends, neighbors, and family. Experience quality craftsmanship and exceptional customer service when you choose Kitchen Tune-Up. Visit kitchentuneup.com/Lincoln-NE today or call 402-200-4697 and achieve the kitchen tune-up of your dreams.
This is Big Red Esports on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now. Hello, everyone. I'm Colin. I'm I am Hearthstone game manager and outreach officer. I'm surrounded by my humble abode right now. We got Lexi, we got Z, and we got Jaden.
Yeah, I like it.
Also.
All right.
Oh, and I'm on. I forgot he's here.
Coach Green, AG.
AG. We got Green in here.
There we go. And question again.
All right, so the question we've been talking about for like the past hour is what made you interested in the esports industry? And so we've all gone, now it's Coach Green's turn.
Yep. So I say the interest basically started with competition because from traditional sports, it just followed me over. I'm competitive. People in my family, brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, they know I'm a competitive person to a limit. You know, I don't go hardcore where I'm like, keep playing, sit down, don't move until I beat you type. I only been like that one time, but that was it. But other than that, I learned from my coaching side now has taken over where every game is a learning experience. Win or lose, I'm like taking the tidbits from that. And then from when it started was same as y'all, 5 years old. My dad, a system that y'all may even know about because you've probably done a lot of homework. ColecoVision was one of my first ones. Mm-hmm. And then that was Axon and Donkey Kong.
Oh, okay.
And when Donkey Kong was 8-bit and only did stuff like this, not all the stuff we see DK do now on the screen. And then after that was Nintendo, and then Sega Genesis. Before the 90s got here, it was 3 consoles that was in my life, and also PC. My dad worked IT at a company in California called Northrop Aviation. And so wasn't really, I say it was just always weekends, long days, playing Zelda, playing Super Mario Brothers. I say when it came into the bigger consoles, so like the PlayStation, the Xbox, I had officially started first with a PS1 my freshman year on campus. I was the one going to the Blockbuster Video to rent NCAA football for us to do our basically couch co-op, competitions. When I say finally got the one that I actually loved first or really liked more than the other, it actually was a PlayStation first, the PS1 and then PS2. And then a friend of mine, actually fellow teammate, fellow Husker, Tony Ortiz, linebacker out of Connecticut. He lives in Dallas now. And he was like, "Hey, G, we're talking." That was always that was the gamer talk always. He's like, "Hey, man, you played have you heard about the new system that's out, the new Xbox?" And I'm like, "No, I said I didn't." So I'm in Green Bay now, and I went to the Super Bowl to do an event for Microsoft, and they gave me that new console. At the time, it was the new console, wasn't the Xbox. And so I didn't open the box for like 2 months because I was still playing on my PS2. It was just sitting there in the corner of my gaming room collecting dust, and we were on the phone. Tony's like, "Hey, G, man, you got to try out the new." I said, "Yeah, I'm looking at one right now." He said, "What? You're looking at it?" He's like, "Dude, open the box," because it came with Halo. All the first ones came with the Halo. It was a Game Evolved or Shooting Evolved or something. Combat Evolved. And so he's like, "Open the box, play the game. It will change your life." And he was right. I was like, oh. When I got the Magnum in my hand for the first time on that game, I was like, "Oh, this is dangerous. This is unfair how accurate and how much damage this thing causes." And I did the campaigns first. So then that's when I officially became an Xbox fan. It took a little bit, but then when that game played, I played that the campaign, went to normal, went to heroic, went to legendary. I was like, "Oh man, this is it. This is the game. This is the system I like." But every now and then, especially with the games out, like Jaden mentioned, some of the games bring you back to a system. But when God of War came out, it brought me back to PlayStation. And I'm like, I could just button mash the whole game and chop heads of the dead off because I'm Kratos, the God of War here. So yeah, that was, I say in a nutshell, that was why I got in the industry, just because of that competition side of it. Then as I grew, as I got older, I'm old in this industry. And I'll say the one story that actually got me to this point where I'm at now, it was 2016. I'm taking a leadership course and getting certified in that. And I watched this tournament where Halo teams are playing at the X Games. It's Lethal on his team. What team was he on? This is 2016.
I wouldn't know.
But you know the player.
Yeah, I've
so
heard
just
of him,
know that. Lethal, very good first-person shooter player, Call of Duty legend, and a Halo legend.
Yeah.
I'm watching him in this X Games tournament where he actually rages out, has an argument with his team, and leaves his team during the tournament and plays on another team. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this is not going to happen in a football, baseball, basketball world. I can't believe I'm seeing this happen at the pro level of esports. And it kind of, not saying that it was bad coaching in esports. No, I was like, there's a spot for me because I'll call my teammate out. I'll call my player out. If I'm a coach, I'm going to say, "Hey, you can't do that. You got to deal with this loss. We're going to figure it out later, but you're not going to quit this team because you're mad at me right now." So that is kind of like a light bulb went off. Like, I want to get in coaching in the esports space. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And I'm going to work towards that. And so that's one of the main reasons I'm standing right here talking to y'all. I'm director now, and y'all my players, going to help y'all, get this facility open, and then obviously help you with your gameplay as much as I can because you're already good at what you do. So that's about it. So that's my story right there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's go win some national championships now.
Yeah,
you got me pumped.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I can do in Hearthstone.
All right.
We're gonna have to wrap up here.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up, and we will see you guys next week at 12 to kind of discuss where the esports team and club is headed this upcoming semester.
Yeah. What is esports got a place in Nebraska?
Yeah.
Where has it got a place? Here.
It's
You
definitely
know.
got a place.
It's here and it's staying.
We're
building
for
it
a bright future.
You better get excited. All right.
We're gonna
We're
beat
gonna win
Iowa
this time.
We're gonna beat Iowa. That's all that matters.
There
Go
you
Big
go.
Red, baby.